just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this. Let's go.
All right, good morning. It is Patrick and the people, and it is Thursday. Is that right? Is it Thursday?
It is
Thursday.
Man, Thursday. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to want to stick around to the end of this show. I lost a bet to this guy.
Go blue.
Yeah, because, of course, there was no way Ohio State was going to lose that game, favored by 23, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're at least not going to miss 2 field goals. I know that, right? Oh, of course they did.
Or throw an interception.
Yeah, that means that I get body slammed into a table at the end of the show. So you probably want to stick around for that. Well, let me introduce to you the cast today. To my right, Matt's back. Yeah, that's right. The owner of Drunken Cryptids, the award-winning podcast, we can say now, right?
We sure can. The award-winning.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. It feels great. I'm not going to lie. It's still surreal.
I know it does, man. It's got to. Now, if you don't know, he is a Bigfoot hunter and enthusiast, and that and all things supernatural, really, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. And, of course, you know him. You love him, the Bruce Buffer of Little Rock. It's my boy, Rich.
Yes, sir. Good morning. How's everybody doing? And I heard you got a burger named after you now?
Yeah. The old Bart's there in North Little Rock. Paul the chef, we were goofing off. That's where I had the fan club at for the years.
Right.
And me and him were goofing off about a month ago. And I was like, dude, you should do a burger. And he goes, all right. So he got a hold of me yesterday and said, come down and try it. And they made a cheeseburger called the Drunken Cryptid.
That's awesome, man. So what's on it?
Everything. It's got a fried egg. It's got 2 patties. It's, you know what I mean? He made this awesome, like, jam sauce and threw it on there. And he covered up the fries with it.
Yeah.
And it's on my Facebook page. And it's...
Well, that sounds like something I need to try.
Oh, it's amazing. It's
all right.
Amazing. We'll come out Sunday. Join us for the game.
Okay. And to my left here, his first appearance on the show, and I'm super excited, is an Arkansas legend, MMA guy, and an actor, and a lot more. Nathan Kirby, how are you?
Good. Man, I'm so good. I'm so excited to be on.
Man, I am so glad to have you here, man. You've been very, very busy.
It has been a busy year.
It's been an awesome year, though, hasn't it?
I'm super blessed.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that coming up here very soon, and you're going to want to hear, because I'm going to tell you what, we've been sitting here being dazzled by stories for probably the last 40 minutes, just listening to some of the folks that he's been talking to, working with, things that are going on. It's amazing. But let's get to some news you need. Let's start with those who've outrun the Grim Reaper. Let's start with Frankie Muniz. He is now he's a race car driver, but you know him from Malcolm in the Middle or Big Fat Liar. He's 39. Paula Patton, once married to Robin Thicke, 49. Nick Stahl, he played in Terminator 3 and Sin City. He's 45. Let's see, Gary Allen, 57. Jim Messina, 77. The Goo Goo Dolls, John Resnick's 59. Wow. Man. Comedian Margaret Cho is 59. And that's it. That's all of those. So here's a little bit of news. President-elect Trump's first network interview since the election this Sunday. It'll be on Meet the Press on NBC. The network says the interview with show moderator Kristen Welker is going to be taped tomorrow, then air Sunday morning. Clips of the interview are going to be released prior. Welker interviewed Trump for NBC News in September of 23, which ended up being his only network sit-down of the 24 campaign. Another week, another recall. This time, cucumbers sold at Costco, Walmart, Wegmans, and other retailers. You just need to avoid vegetables, people. They're bad for you. Have you learned that yet? I mean, that's where you're getting all the bad stuff. These have got salmonella contamination. At least 26 states, 5 Canadian provinces are affected. The end of the year is approaching. That means lists, lots of lists. The AP is joining the fun, and with the best movies of 2024, according to them. You haven't seen any of them. You don't know any of them except The Fall Guy. All We Imagine is Light, Nickel Boys, Anora, I Saw the TV Glow, Green Border, and The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy was pretty good.
Fall Guy's great. Now, Fall Guy is actually above average. They did a really good job with that. That's one of the few 80s remakes that they really kept the spirit of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So Flavor Flav is talking about a confusing incident at NBC. The rapper went to social media, spilled he was booted out of the Backstreet Boys dressing room at Rockefeller Center's Christmas tree lighting last night. Said he was invited, but escorted out of the network by staff saying he wasn't supposed to be in that area. Then on the way out, it got weird. He said at the same time, their social media woman came up and asked to capture social content, and he added, "What'd I ever do to any NBC or anyone? All I ever do is try to spread love and joy. I think I did that for NBC at the Olympics." And yeah, that's bad. Flavor Flav getting booted out of the Backstreet Boys. I mean, you don't want to be kicked out of that. Wow. A CEO of a tech startup has openly said he's looking for employees willing to work long hours, up to 84 a week. Daksh Gupta leads a company called Greptile that focuses on AI in San Fran. He expects his team to be available from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. at least 5 days a week, often on the weekends. Man, that's a big ask, isn't it?
Right?
I mean, damn, man. I mean,
Let me guess. It starts off at $11 an hour.
I'm sure it does. Yeah, just above minimum.
Right.
You know, they really want to help you out.
If he's in AI, you think he could just create his own stuff to take care of everything
I mean,
for him?
wow, yeah.
Sounds like he's on the wrong path already.
Yeah, right. At 6:45 yesterday morning, man, this is a crazy story. There's a lot to this that's going to be unpacked. I guarantee you this ends up a movie. The United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was headed into a conference in New York City when a gunman assassinated him. I mean, right there, broad daylight, man. It was crazy. They said the guy had been waiting around all day. They'd seen him around all day, and he just waited. And as soon as dude came out, he smoked him, man.
I told my wife it was a hit from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You knew it had to be. There wasn't a robbery, nothing like that. That's definitely a hit. I don't know
Did
who.
you see him catch his shells? He went, boom,
Yeah.
What?
boom.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
No, I did
He's
not.
That's a
catching his
hitman
face.
all day long.
Amen.
Man, if you can do that.
Yeah.
But did you hear how this is all traced back to Nancy Pelosi?
No, I haven't heard that
Okay,
yet.
You got to dig into this, brother. You got to dig into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a rabbit hole we need to dive down.
Well, that sounds like one I want to know.
Back
Yeah.
in February, it all started back in February when she made some buy. Again, it comes down to stocks.
Oh, no shock on that. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, we know how that works, don't we? Everybody up there is getting rich, right? It's for the people, though. I mean, you know.
Right.
Well, this show is, but yeah.
Yeah, right. You may have heard that a Chinese hacking company has been spying on text and calls through at least 8 major telecommunication company customers, AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen among them. An official said yesterday the hacking, much bigger than revealed to the public, includes dozens of countries. During the call, the Deputy National Security Advisor said that they don't believe any of the U.S. telecoms have eliminated the threat completely. So the FBI is saying, hey, use encrypted channels for now. I don't have any of those. In a statement, China said it opposes the U.S. smear attacks. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm sure they do.
Started with a balloon.
I read that article yesterday. I saw that as I was scrolling through Facebook.
Yeah.
And I thought, really, are we like, do they not realize that we all know they've been listening to us anyways forever?
Well, I mean, the only reason that anybody's mad at them is because you're getting in the way of us spying on ourselves.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're busy doing it. We don't want you here doing it too. 2 kindergarten teachers at a Christian grammar school in Northern California shot yesterday by a gunman. He died from what's believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The 2 boys, 5 and 6, who were shot were taken to the hospital. They were critical as of last night. The suspected shooter had to meet with an administrator earlier in the day to talk about enrolling a student at the school. They described it as cordial. The sheriff said he'd been identified and may have targeted the school because of its affiliation with Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's just terrible, man.
It is.
Authorities in Unity Township still searching for a woman in Pennsylvania that they think fell into a sinkhole. They say it's now turned to a recovery operation. They don't think 64-year-old Elizabeth Pollard's alive, but the effort to find her will continue. They've been trying to locate her since Tuesday. They've used thermal imaging cameras, drones, all that. There's a giant hole because there's an abandoned mine beneath it.
Oh.
So it sunk in, and apparently she was standing in the yard when it happened.
We're gonna find her a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, right. That's where she ended up, on a Cracker Barrel in China. Let's see. There was an immediate outcry of criticism yesterday. Anthem Insurance said they'll cap anesthesia coverage with a time limit starting February 1st. Don't know what that affects, but it says it won't affect patients under 22 or maternity-related care. The price of Bitcoin topped 100,000 for the first time yesterday. It hit, an over 45% increase since the election. The price of Bitcoin has doubled in the last year. So if we've jumped 45% since the election, I would suspect a lot of people are millionaires now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would cash that out quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, this is a good story. Afton, Wyoming, 91-year-old Michael Black went missing from his home, prompted a large search. It spanned multiple states. He's a Korean War veteran, has dementia. He was eventually found at a Salt Lake City bus stop by a missionary and taken to a local shelter. And because of a news segment, his wife recognized him, and
Wow.
he had been missing for years. And, maybe not years, but he'd been missing for a while.
Still.
Yeah, that's crazy, though, isn't it? Milwaukee artist Tony Busalashi has turned his love for art into a mission to support people with homelessness. Over the past 7 years, the 90-year-old's raised a couple $100,000 selling artwork and donating proceeds to St. Ben's Community Mill. They provide food, shelter, all that. He said he was inspired by values instilled in him from childhood. He remains committed using his talent to fund their efforts and leave an impact on the community. That's pretty amazing.
Aw.
That is. That's awesome. Axl Rose settled a lawsuit. He's putting the sexual assault lawsuit by Sheila Kennedy behind him. The GNR singer tried to have it dismissed in March, even though he still denies the allegations. He did settle the suit. A key piece of the defense team case was the fact Kennedy talked about the encounter between her and Axl in the documentary Look Away and said she didn't consider it rape and added it was consensual. Okay, so now you're coming back and okay. Everybody wants a piece, don't they? KFC has celebrated the holidays with their iconic holiday bucket for 6 decades with various themes. Buckets of Joy is the new one. It features humor and bold colors. They've created limited edition streetwear collection. So if you want the KFC streetwear collection because you like to rock the KFC, there you
Get
go.
your drip on.
That's right, your KFC drip, your gravy drip. All right, let's do
With the
sports.
gravy shot.
Yeah, that's right. The LPGA and USGA have updated their gender policies for 2025 season in order to compete professionally in the LPGA or any of the 8 USGA Women Championships. Players must be assigned female at birth or have transitioned to female before going through puberty. These updated policies would rule out eligibility for Haley Davidson. She missed qualifying for the Open by 1 stroke this past season and just missed LPGA Q school. Policies enacted for 25 after a year of study involving medicine, science, sports physiology, and gender policy law. Golf doesn't bother me as much as other ones, but I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Are they playing from the guy's tee box? No, probably not. Tom Brady is suggesting a big change. The conversation continues after the hit against Trevor Lawrence. Now, they call it a dirty hit here. I don't know that it was. It was a bad hit, but he was sliding. The guy had already come at him. I don't think it was dirty. On Monday, Rex Ryan sounded off about quarterbacks running full speed and expecting not to get hit, suggesting they should be taught to dive at the ankles instead of sliding. Talking with Colin Cowherd Tuesday, Tom Brady suggested penalties or fines against quarterbacks who slide too late and make contact inevitable. So he wants to penalize the quarterback for not doing a better job. There have been references to the Pat Mahomes video against the Lions where defenders appeared to be afraid to hit him while he was running and mocked like he was going to slide, but kept going and squeaked out a few more yards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that quite well.
Do you?
Why
Yeah.
don't we just play football?
Yeah, I know. But no, there's not. That's going away. You're going to flag football before you know it, man. That's what's going to happen here. I'd love to see it go the other way, but I guess the bottom line is CTE. A lot of younger people aren't getting involved now, and so I don't know, man. It's a tough one there. But I'm with you. I mean, let's play football. If you're going to go, play football.
Well, the thing is we've had so much upgrades to the technology of our equipment, and we're not wearing leather helmets anymore.
That's right.
I mean, we have unbelievable equipment out there that has been crash tested, basically like our cars have been.
Yeah.
You know, and these men are running. I get it full speed, and some of them are 250 pounds. But my gosh, man, we're in here. It's one of the most violent combat sports other than MMA in the world. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're giving us new rules.
Right. No, I mean, you know, I agree with you. It's football.
Yeah.
It is a violent sport. That's why you're paid millions of dollars to do it.
Right.
Honestly, you know, I mean, there's more risk, more reward, right?
Exactly.
All right. Stephen A. Smith, arguably the most prolific talking head on ESPN these days, and the contract he'll reportedly get will reflect that. He's negotiating a deal that'll score him $120 million in 6 years. When asked, Smith said any of the reports of him and ESPN being on the verge of a deal are fake. Over the summer, another report suggested they'd offer him $12 million a year, along with $4 million for his production company. But needless to say, he's going to be paid, and he'll be paid very well. All right, let's do something else, shall we?
Manners for men.
When walking with a lady,
After you.
always walk between her and the street for safety. And the reflection off the store windows will enable you to see her butt.
Oh, they're having a sale. This has been Manners for Men. Fist bump. Dick punch.
All right. So we got Nathan Kirby in the house here. And Nathan, some people might shockingly not know you. So let me lay out a little bit of facts. You have been in the combat sports field in Arkansas for, I don't know, what, 30 years, 20 years? How long?
I moved here in 2008. I started here, and my first MMA show that I promoted was 2009, February.
Of 2009. Okay. So what is that, 15, 18 years then? Something like that?
Yeah.
I'm not doing quick math. But so how did you get started in MMA and in sports like that?
Honestly, I'm born and raised in Iowa, and I started doing traditional martial arts when I was young. Karate when I was about 18 years old. Taekwondo. And dude, I remember being in my basement apartment, 1993, watching UFC #1
Really?
in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I found Taekwondo. That was not it. But I didn't know, okay? And I tell people all the time, I just had this chick come in from Krav Maga. Listen, people don't know what they don't know, okay? And I try and gently lead them to the dark side. But I started doing Taekwondo, and I ended up, I fall in love with that. I was hooked.
Yeah.
I did it for over a decade, and I was a world champion, 10-time state champion in Iowa. Man, I love kicking people in the face. Love training.
That sounds awesome. Kicking people in the face does seem fun.
Fantastic. Yeah. I got my world champion title, but I started training MMA at a Taekwondo school. I owned a gym below in Iowa, and above, my Taekwondo instructor had his school, his Taekwondo school. And I would go up there once a month with a bunch of guys, and we would do fight night. And I literally had a banner, posters, and an ad in the newspaper that said Fight Club. And I started Fight Club in Iowa. And you'd have a lanyard on, and you'd come in, and as long as you were within about 15 to 20 pounds, I'd match you up according to your lanyard. And I don't know names. I'm just calling out 13 versus number 7. And they look at their lanyard, they go on the floor, and they just duke it out. And that's how it really started. And then I need more. I need more than this. I wasn't getting into doing traditional martial arts because I didn't have any wrestling, didn't have jiu-jitsu, didn't know what jiu-jitsu was at the time. I just had street fighting. I was in a gang, and I was homeless, and I got out of that life and got married, but I'm still wanting to beat people up.
Yeah, because it's fun,
legally. And so I ended up finding Militich's gym.
Yeah.
And I went up to Pat Militich's gym, and I got to train with Matt Hughes and Tim Sylvia, Brock Lesnar, and all those guys.
Yeah.
And I got beat up by a handicapped man. And I tell people this all the time, black belt, grown man. I would fight on the street. I got arrested. I got arrested for fighting in Iowa. Man, I was a hood rat. And I got a homeless man, handicapped man with no legs choke me out.
What? Yeah, choke you out.
Singing Rihanna in my ear like it was nothing. I was nothing.
Wow. But that shows you what the power of the body can be and the power of leverage and all of that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah."
I learned quickly, and I told people it was like this red pill, blue pill moment that I could go back to. And at the time, I ended up building 3 Taekwondo schools of my own, and I can go back and still teach Taekwondo, and but there's still a truth that I can't evade.
Yeah, that you're going to get your ass beat by a legless homeless guy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. And so I went back to Militich and I started training, I started fighting, and then I became a fighter. I remember my debut fight is where I got my nickname, Tasmanian Devil. I've never experienced, I kicked this guy in the face, kicked him in the belly, punched him 34 times, hit him in the face with a knee, and this all happened in 16 seconds, and they threw the towel in.
Really?
Wow.
I was done, and I'm doing this in the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was
I bet that
yo.
was. That was a moment, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I felt amazing.
Yeah.
It felt amazing.
So how did you end up here?
Well, again, I was still doing Taekwondo at the time. But
Yeah.
I added the MMA stuff, and so I started promoting shows in Iowa. We were talking about emceeing, and I remember emceeing my first show in 2006 in Burlington, Iowa, and I had Matt Hughes showed up, Tim Sylvia showed up, selling shirts, autographs. I had fog, I had smoke, I had pyrogenics.
Oh, wow.
Off the cage, flames shooting off the cage.
That's cool.
And I'm, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm doing the announcing. It was
Right.
my first big show, and it's mine.
Yeah.
And then the local martial arts organization here in Arkansas, ATA, hired me. There were some people that worked there, and they hired me to come down. And I ended up working for their school in Cabot and then in Little Rock. And
Mr. Lee still.
That's a whole different podcast.
Okay.
Man,
All right.
there is a split that happened
Okay.
because of certain people that they split off to their own martial arts.
Okay.
Thing. Yep.
Okay.
And then the ATA is still here. Headquarters is still
Yeah.
here, and is now the ATA's Eternal Grandmaster's son is now the CEO of it.
Okay.
Legit
Okay.
dude. They're
Yeah.
really cool people, but the people that I came down and worked for, they're no longer
Fractured
with
off.
them. They're
Okay.
fractured off. They went on their own thing. In 2012, I went to my own thing and I started Rock City MMA. So I've been doing
Right.
MMA school for 12 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now I remember, the first night your son fought. I was
Oh,
there, and
Are you serious?
yeah, I was there and was in the booth with you. And what a great fight that was! His debut fight, man.
Wait, which son?
Well, I don't know. One of them. I didn't know you had two that were fighting.
Well, my oldest son had one fight ever.
That
as
probably
a
was
high school
him.
kid. He lost the split decision.
Yeah, that was probably him.
Yeah, that's Colton.
Yes, it was Colton. Yeah.
He's married. He's got a son. I have a grandkid.
Yeah.
A granddaughter on the way. He's a pilot in the Navy. He's an officer.
Well, that's a good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought that. He fought hard though,
Yeah.
but he was after that. He was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't like it like
Yeah.
Dad does. No,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
I would, but getting hit's not as much fun for me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went Navy. He did ROTC in high school.
So how is it? How many fights would you say you've had in your career, man?
I think 12 total actual fights, like sanctioned fights.
Yeah. Okay. How is it that some people? How do you withstand being hit full strength by another man, and continue to move forward? How do you overcome the pain? How do you overcome the disorientation? How do you accept that and still move forward?
Great question. First, the funny side is I slip so they don't hit me straight on or full force. Move your head.
Yeah.
Fighters, learn how to box. Can I tell you that? Please move your dang head. Honestly, I was very fortunate to have, I was 7-0 before I lost. And then I
Yeah.
lost to a rear naked choke. And it was right after I started learning MMA and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And that's why I started doing the Militich side of this, because a wrestler, D1 wrestler from Minnesota, I hit him and he didn't care. He took me down, took my back, and he choked me. My boys are crying. I'm crying. They're not crying because I got beat. They're crying because I got beat so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a true
Yeah.
story. They're like, I said, it's okay. I'm okay. But Dad, it was over so fast.
Now you still do that, of course,
Yep.
but
Yep.
in the past, I guess, couple 3 years, you've really made a giant move into the acting scene. I
Yeah.
remember I was sitting there with Laura, and I said, "Hold on, man, let me tell you something about this." I said, "Nathan just sent me a message, and this dude just said he was at the Roach Coach, and Nicole Kidman said hi to him." And I was like, Okay, yeah, no, that's a life moment right there. You know?
Right.
So you end up on a set somewhere of Lioness, right? That's the one with Morgan Freeman, Nicole Kidman, a real good cast, right?
Yeah.
How was that, by the way?
Man, I'm telling you, it's absolutely incredible. Going back to you were saying, transitioning from fighting is one thing. Then I became a coach. Transitioning from being a coach to a business owner, building a business,
Yes.
whole nother mindset. And then I just knew I've had to do this. I want to write a book next year. But
Yeah.
I can't do that until I finish this goal. My goal was to get my son he's an officer in the Navy. My other goal is a pro fighter.
Yeah.
My son's a pro fighter. My youngest son, I want him in the UFC, and my goal was to be in a movie. But I've been in 50. I've been in 50 movies.
50?
TV. I'm over 50 now.
50.
Wow.
Yeah, so not just one.
Yeah.
You said that, yeah. Well, now, what was the first one you did? How did the bug get into you?
Uh-oh.
I did. I know I'm big, but in high school I wasn't. I did plays and musicals all throughout high
Yeah.
school. But then I got married. I had to kiss a girl in a community theater play. I got married at 20.
Okay.
Okay. I was doing Our Town, Little Shop of Horrors, at like 19, 20 years old, community theater in Iowa. I had to kiss a girl in this play. No big deal to me. To my wife, whole different story.
Yeah, no, they don't tend to like that very much, acting or not.
So now I'm a grown man, adult, and I will not kiss another female in a movie at all.
Yeah.
So that was a big stipulation. But I started with Family Feud with Steve
Right,
Harvey.
and that if you go over to YouTube and you just look, you can find it's a viral video they had. You won fast money, right?
Yeah, we
Oh.
won. Yeah.
And that's got to be exciting just to play the game. What was that like being there?
Okay. I'm telling you, Steve is insane.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Steve is so freaking crazy, but they treated us so well. And I can compare this because of other things I've been on. I was on Wheel of Fortune last year with
Yeah.
Vanna White
Okay.
and Pat Sajak.
Yeah.
I won a prize puzzle. I won the show. My wife and I just got back from Maui, and it was awful. I hated working with them. They treated me like I had to do the COVID test in a parking lot. This is last year, 2023.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And there's still COVID tests.
And there's still COVID testing. I was on a sticker in the alley, eating a cold sandwich in the alley, 6 feet away from everybody else, standing up in Universal or wherever I was, one of the studios there.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was awful. It was awful. Okay. I want to go into details, but oh my gosh. Now, Steve Harvey and that crew, they flew us out round trip. Family Wheel of Fortune, we paid for everything.
Wow.
If
Really?
I didn't make any money, I would have just walked out with $1,000 cash. That was it.
That's it. Yeah.
But that would have barely covered any of my costs.
Of course.
Yeah.
A hotel, airfare, food, shuttle. Family Feud, they paid for a round trip airfare for 5 of my family members. My aunt coming from Florida. They gave us a shuttle, a limousine shuttle from the airport. They put us up in the Garland Hotel in L.A. by the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like 2 blocks away from the Brady Bunch house.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
$350 a night hotel. They put us up. And I asked them, just real simple, I said, the guy who was doing all of our traveling, would you give us a return date for next Saturday instead? Because it's Memorial Weekend. My family's coming out from Florida, from Iowa. My brother lives out there. And they extended our stay. We stayed out there for a whole week. They're like, and you know what? We're going to give you an extra night in the hotel. They gave us a third night in the hotel for free, 3 rooms, $350 a piece. Steve, dude, he is crazy. I mean, if you walk forward on his stage, if you go step forward,
Mhm.
he's off camera and he's talking to the audience.
Okay.
Still on camera, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Not on air. And that's when he just goes off. He's still doing a stand-up routine.
Yeah.
At one time, he's dropping F-bombs, man. And then he's giving his testimony.
Yeah.
Right.
He was insane, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Steve Harvey wasn't a clean comic coming up. That's not who that guy was.
Right.
And so it was a big changeover for him to go the way that he has. But it's interesting to hear that behind the scenes, he's still that way.
Dude, he was hilarious.
So of all the, now that you've done, all these movies, you've met lots of people.
Yeah.
What was the moment that you would say was the most surreal of folks that you've encountered?
I try and I literally do try and stay as level as I possibly can because I
Mhm.
know I haven't made it. I got my first movie coming up in 2 weeks in LA.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I got lines, I'm working with a guy that I know in the MMA jiu-jitsu industry out there for a movie. Very excited
Now,
about this.
is this the one about the kick-ass pastor?
Nope, that's
Okay.
coming to Arkansas next year.
Okay, that's next
I
year.
got
Okay,
that.
okay,
I am the lead role in that here in Arkansas, but they're gonna change the filming till September.
okay. I told them
Surreal.
if they need a villain, holla.
Listen, I have a lot of people already hit me up, and I want as many of my friends involved in this as possible, especially since we're going to be filming here, and it's a fighting pastor,
Right, yeah.
A chaplain who's now a mega pastor in Arkansas. I could say I read Matthew McConaughey's book Green Lights.
Okay.
Is that good? It's been on my reading list of books to get forever. Sorry to interrupt.
Don't read it.
No.
Listen to it.
Okay.
It's Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
It's his book.
Yeah. All right.
It's him. And it's him telling his life story, but it's all the extra stuff he adds into it.
Yeah.
It's my first gig, and I want to say it's almost a year ago.
Mhm.
So I remember being cold. I hadn't really done a lot. I'm telling you, the last 12 months,
It's been insane for you.
it's been insane.
No, I know. I've been watching.
Yeah. I've done more in 12 months than I've done the last 10 years. I mean, in my life. But I'm heading down to Atlanta. It's my first time getting booked on Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah.
I'm about to go on Tyler Perry's lot. And it is the largest studio in the United States as landmass goes.
Yeah, it's massive.
Full-size White House. Not a replica, internal. A
Wow.
full-size
A
White House.
full-size. That's amazing.
Cul-de-sacs. I'm telling you, it's massive. So I'm excited. I'm going to be working. I can't say the name of the movie, but it's a Medea movie.
Okay.
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 So, because it's not out yet. I've been looking. It's not out yet. And I'm excited. I know there's an opportunity there. I know I'm a nobody. I'm just extra background. But I'm listening to Matthew McConaughey, Green Lights, and I'm on my way down there, and he starts talking, and I'm telling you, I'm so freaking inspired. I hit Birmingham, Alabama with tears in my eyes. And I'm like, I don't care what anybody says. Kind of like what we said earlier.
Yeah.
F it. I'm doing this.
I'm
You're not
doing
gonna you're not gonna change my mind.
Yeah.
I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know God's opening doors for this. I'm going through it, man. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that book helped me get through so much listening to
Kind
his
of
story.
shift a paradigm.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's what it was. So that was a big moment for me, is being able to be a part of that. I got a film with James Gunn,
Mm-hmm.
massive director on Superman. That'll be
Yeah.
coming out next year. I have been on a Taylor Sheridan film 3 different times. I
Wow.
was on Landman.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I'll have to post it. I was wanting to post it and bring stuff, but I wish I could brag about everything I've done, but if they're not out yet, I'm not gonna say anything.
That's right,
I can
right.
barely say anything. But the video is out on Landman. I did see my big ass walking down. You can see me. Somebody actually screenshotted already. They're like, I know this is you.
You big head fool.
And you can see me walking. I was on Landman. Oh,
Mhm.
wait. I was on Landman, Lioness. That's
Yes.
Taylor Sheridan. I
Yeah.
got to work with him. It's wrapped. I can't talk about the scene because I think it's coming out next week.
Okay.
I think I'm in the last episode. But I was there for the wrap. I'm only on set for 4 days. I met a really cool guy on set, became friends with. This industry has really changed my life. But as they wrap, we're filming this scene. Dude, Black Hawk helicopters too. I
Yeah.
mean, Black Hawks are flying around.
Yeah.
Humvees, AMRAPs. I mean, this is real stuff. I'm like, oh my God. This
You're
is
right.
insane.
This is a budget. This is
Yeah,
Hollywood,
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
And it's the last day. I had a full beard. I was 4 different characters in this, and I didn't film the first 2 days. Day 3, I already saw Nicole Kidman. Day 3, I got to talk to Nicole Kidman. I mean, we spoke about banana water. Okay.
Hell yeah, you did.
It's getting
Hell
real.
yeah,
I
you
said,
did.
back up, Nicole. My wife is going to be watching this. So
Yeah, you're right. Right,
getting
right, right.
serious.
Was she? I'm sure she was lovely.
she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Are most, you always see these crazy things where it says, hey, you're not supposed to make eye contact or these type of things. What has your experience been? They're really pretty cool. No.
Yeah.
Man, let me put a slice through that. They would be, but they've also been directed
Not to interact.
engage, because we are. I'm telling you, I'm a pissant, peon, nobody, and they will make sure you know that. The PAs, I almost walked off of Will Trent. I had a full feature on Will Trent. I mean, you could see me. I mean, I'm in here with my left hand. They had a right-handed holster, so I'm in here with my left hand, drawing a weapon. All right, I'm coming down, and I'm full on the camera. Right, I mean, this is Will Trent, and then I had to slide the gun into my right hand because they didn't have a left-handed holster for me. I almost walked off that set because of the PA. The way she talked to me and treated me,
Really?
it's awful.
Wow.
I mean, they let you know where you stand.
Yeah.
There's no
You need to be grateful to be there, is what they say, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you do stunts as well?
Mm-hmm. So I've got 4 or 5 movies in. I've got stunts. I just did another one down in Birmingham, Alabama. I filmed a movie that is based on Marine Raiders. It's called Raid Pacific. And they're going to come back, and they got to film some more stuff there. I don't think they're done, but I was a Marine on the base in Fort Morgan, Alabama, and then also in Dolphin Island. I think it was in Dolphin Island. There's 2 forts there. I got to learn the history about it. Man, it was super amazing. And I was able to get shot and do a stunt, get killed down a hill. Did a stunt. I was a police officer in Atlanta, shot out of the car, had to dive out of the cop car and get shot in the face.
That's cool. Getting shot in the face. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah.
It was a bank robbery.
You said there were a couple of things you got killed off in.
Yeah, I was on a movie. I won't say the name of the movie, but the director was RZA from Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang for life, baby.
Wu-Tang for life. Still a lover, still a fan. But it was 9 a.m. We got our call times. I'm a sheriff, and they said we're about to go down and film. There's about 5 or 6 of us. And I remember some guy yelling for Kirby. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He says, congratulations, you've been boosted and upgraded. I'm like, oh, okay. Like to what? He's like, well, you've been picture picked. So ever since then, I'm always wanting to be picture picked. That means the director's actually
That's
involved,
right. They saw your picture and they're like, yeah, that's
we want
that's the
that
guy. I
guy.
want that guy
Yeah.
for cop. Yeah.
I want featured. So I started looking for certain things. So I'm not just running some cattle call to be some pedestrian.
Right in the background.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was with Michelle Pfeiffer a couple weeks ago. But I wanted to be a part of another Taylor Sheridan production, so I did it. But also, always hoping to get upgraded. I always
Right.
have that hope in me that there's something going to come from this. So anyway, I'm on set. He says, "Congratulations, you've been upgraded. Unfortunately, your scene isn't filming until 9 p.m. tonight." So I had to sit on set for 12 hours.
So you can't like just bounce. You got to stay
No,
there.
you are staying there because you are employed.
Okay.
You are under contract now, and I'm in my
So do you go to your trailer? Or do you just sit on the set?
sit right there on the. There's a holding some place. Depends on where we are. We've
It's like the DMV for actors.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sometimes I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But we meet a lot of cool people. There's a lot of cool people that I've really met being a part of this. Really
and probably really been great for your network and,
Yes.
and for building out good resources and
Yes.
friendships.
Yes. I'm not a patient person though.
Yeah.
It kills me in my mind. I'm like, I could be doing something better, different, more than this. You know, that's
Than
hard.
sitting. Yeah. Sitting is difficult. Always.
So I said, okay. So I'm about to film. And it was. The first night was amazing. Got to film this. Boom, we got the cop car. We got a stunt driver and all this cool stuff. But then it gets kind of crazy. I can't go into detail with it on air, but they had me come back. The only reason why I could get featured is if I was able to have my availability the next week for like 2 or 3 more days.
Yeah.
Cleared my schedule. I can be there for 2 or 3 days. And then they came at me with this contract. And they wanted me to sign a intimacy thing. And they're having, okay, guys, we are professionals here. We are not going to have name exchanges and phone number exchanges. I'm like, what am I walking into here? Because they can have your likeness. It doesn't have to be me.
Right.
They can make it look like it's me.
Oh, okay.
So I would not sign that contract. And I went to this woman's office. I said, I've been married 28 years. I still have 2 testicles. I'd like to. I would like to go home
I
with
want to
both.
retain them. Yeah.
Please. I'd like to stay married, but I just made a promise to my wife that I'm not going to kiss another woman on the lips.
Mm-hmm.
And she says,
But
No
what if
problem.
it was Kate Upton?
No. Only,
Okay.
listen, only if it was, I won't say who.
Yeah, there is one though.
There's one.
one.
She did not give me the pass.
No, but there's one.
There's one. She knows who
There's
it
always
is.
one. Yeah.
It's Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Cameron
that
Diaz.
might be possible,
Yeah.
actually.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Always has been.
That's interesting. Interesting choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
You're gonna
It's something
support that?
about Mary
Yes.
That was
and the mask.
that
The
was
mask
a
is the
better.
one that got me.
The mask is the
The
when-
mask was the one. Cameron Diaz in the mask. I was in the army, sat there, and I was like going, "That's my future ex-wife."
Yeah, that was the best she looked for sure. Was in the
My
mask.
gosh. Okay, so she says, no worries, no big deal. I go back on, and we're filming a great scene. I've got a shotgun. I'm posting it. I can't stop. Anyway, there was all this stuff going on, but it's starting to get to the party side of this, and I'm just a cheesy white dude standing there because I'm not involved in the party aspect of this. And RZA comes out. He's like, Kirby, see that wall? You've had too much to drink. Just kind of back up to the wall, and then you just kind of pass out. You've had enough for the night. We'll see how that rolls. I'm like, oh, okay. I knew immediately. No big deal. I get it. I'm pretty boring. I've been sober for 23 years. So I won't even drink on set.
Right.
Nothing. So I pass out against a wall, fall down, water cooler hits me in the head accidentally, but it was perfect. It was a one-shot thing. The next day, I was there all day, but we didn't get a film. And then we wrapped. The next week, that's when I filmed Superman for 4 days. They asked me to come back. I couldn't come back. They killed me.
They smoked you. Yeah,
They
that's
killed
great.
me. They put a dude in my uniform and shot him in the face.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Look, that's the best way to go out. Shot in the face, man. That's it. That's the way I want to end every movie role I'm ever in.
Yep.
Shot in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
dead
yeah,
now. You can't make it. You're dead.
Matt, so what's going on in the Bigfoot world, man? What the hell's happening in the pursuit? Have you seen him lately?
No, not lately. So we haven't. The weather's been not great for going out there and hunting, but I do want to tie into what he was saying on his way to his first gig,
Okay.
the first show, and listening to Matthew McConaughey and listening to what he was saying and how it motivated you and got you there. On my way up to Northwest Arkansas to be filmed, my first documentary, searching for Sasquatch, it was the same moment. It was a surreal moment to where a dream, finally happened as a kid. You're always watching these shows, always watching, and you're looking at the guys out in the woods and watching everything. You go, man, I want to do that so bad.
Right.
And then the opportunity drops in your lap. And like you said, too, though, for the past 12 months, my life, same way with you,
Yeah.
it just escalated. I run a podcast now, just won an award and haven't even been doing it for a year yet. So I'm with you. I'm sitting, that's why I'm sitting there going, I get you.
I know.
I get you. I get you. On the Bigfoot world, though, we haven't had to, for me, not much. I'm doing a meet and greet in January.
With
The
Bigfoot?
censored monkey, actually.
Oh, what is it?
The censored monkey up there in Cabot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be up there on January 14th.
Yeah, Brandon runs that place over there. Yeah.
Yep, so I'm going to be
Good
up there
people.
for a couple hours between 7 and 9. February, we're going to Ozark. So I got to do it with Todd Neese on that one. We're doing a town hall meeting.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to be a speaker next year in Ada, Ohio.
Yeah. That's
So,
amazing.
yep, and then the bigger news is we have a live show next year in April, on April 5th, with another podcast, Cryptids of the Corn. They're coming here to North Little Rock.
Okay. They're
So-
going to come join you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
that's
they sent
cool.
an invite. They're a great group of guys. They do a lot of Justin there. He does a lot of armchair research,
Yeah.
and he is always the smartest guy in the room. And he's not even 30 yet. And the kid
Right.
is-
No, I got it. I have a gunner. I understand.
Exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
Justin's real super smart. And then, but I do have an expedition going on this weekend. So
All right.
yeah, so when I come back in a couple of weeks, I'll have some information for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So-
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you though?
Yeah.
Okay. I effing love Harry and the Hendersons.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
All right.
A lot of, I know that's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Howard the Duck, Harry and the Hendersons. Okay. Harry and the Hendersons, one of my favorite. And there's so many different takes on how bad he is and how good he is. What proof have you found at all to keep you on the hook?
I had a Class A encounter up in Bald Knob.
Really?
Yes, I have a photo up there in Bald Knob as well. I had an encounter at Fort Hood to where some things stalked me and two of my guards one night on AHA duty.
In Fort Hood, Texas?
Fort Hood, Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was there a long time, in out in the wilderness.
Yep. It was North Fort
You
Hood.
probably hadn't moved there then.
No, well, you'd be surprised. It was back in 2002 is when this encounter
Oh,
happened.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2002.
no, that was probably a good decade or so after I was there.
So
Okay, yeah, so you moved in later. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was North Fort Hood. It was a crazy, and I've always believed that. I'm from northern Utah, so I grew up in the Wasatch Front. Grew up with Bigfoot stories. And when the Patty film came out, my grandpa was like, he's up there. My mom had an encounter, so I grew up knowing that there's something in the woods, and what it is, I'm not going to speculate. Everybody has their own opinion, and everybody's right. So what's kept me interested is there's more evidence that comes out. There's more sightings that come out, and either it's mass hysteria or there's something to it, because this creature's been featured all over the world. And what drives me nuts, I just talked about this the other day on one of my shows, is, we base all of our knowledge and information on the science world, the natural world, based upon people from England in the 1800s who had these professional, occupations. And they would go to these local native lands, in Africa, over here in America, Australia, these, backwoods idiot people. Now, these backwoods idiot people live in this area. They know the area. They know what a hippopotamus looks like.
Yeah, of course.
So they describe a hippopotamus. Go, yeah, it's a hippopotamus. That's a giraffe. But then they describe a dinosaur-looking creature, and these white guys from England go, "Oh no, you're an idiot." So how are they an idiot? They know this is a creature they grew up with. It's a creature they see. They know it. They know what a crocodile is in the water.
You're saying they didn't want to document it at that time. They didn't treat it seriously.
No, nobody did. Even when we were coming through America, every tribe has a hairy man story. Every tribe has a giant. Every tribe over here in North America has these creatures. They're featured on totem poles out west.
Really?
Yeah, the locals feature Sasquatch on totem poles. They'll have like an eagle, they'll have a bear, they'll have a deer, they'll have a Sasquatch. So why would they have other real animals and then one fake one?
Yeah.
Unless it's actually there.
That's a great question. I mean, it's really interesting.
So it's just because think of how we were brought up, though. So yeah, the Native Americans, they were savages. If you read a lot of the old texts, a lot of the old documents, these explorers when they go out there, and how they describe the local people is horrible. I mean, they describe them. We're almost like inbred idiots who don't know.
Well, they were from England, after all.
Exactly. But yeah, think about it. These people lived there for generations, for centuries, on the same area. So they know the land. You know your living room. You know your backyard.
Yeah.
They know how to farm. They know how to hunt. They know how to kill.
Yeah,
They know how to
you're
survive.
saying they're not so dumb they don't know what animals are out there. They've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, they know what plants to eat. They know what animals to stay away from. So if they describe a creature they're seeing, they're telling people, "Hey, don't go over there because that's such and such." It's there. It has to be.
What about you mentioned giants? Do you think that giants once lived a species, a race of giants?
Yeah, it's in the
I do.
Bible.
It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. It's the Old Testament. It ties on down. The best example is David and Goliath.
Yeah.
That's the most.
I'm familiar with that story. I just mean otherwise.
Yeah. Every culture has giants. Every culture does have a giant type of creature. Generally featured and described as having red
At
hair.
least once a year, I see a black and white photo that's supposed to have a giant in it, but I don't think it's real.
No, I'm with you on that one. A lot of these
I don't think that one's real. What about dragons? Did they exist or no?
All depends upon who you ask.
You didn't
So
hear
I'm
about
asking you.
Well, so I don't have any evidence of it. There are historical, cases where there have been eyewitness accounts, but some of it I think is misidentification. And, prime example, so the ancient Greeks,
Yeah.
right, when they were finding dinosaur bones, of course they're not seeing dinosaurs at this point in time, obviously. So they're trying to still piece together. That's where I think some of the dragon legends came from. And a lot of it got tied into with Catholicism, with the Catholic Church. Defeat the dragon, killing the beast, the serpent, and everything.
Sure.
Right.
And then you tie in unicorns into that as well. And I do think a lot of that was trying to tie in the Catholicism into the pagans and trying to unite
The medieval period.
Greek mythology.
Yeah.
exactly, trying to tie it in to try and more or less say like, hey, look, yeah, we understand, but this is what we do, and you need to come over and follow Christ, and So
Okay.
I
All
can
right.
I can do this all day. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Little-
no. I think it's interesting because, it's which creatures you give credibility to and which you don't. That's always of interest.
Well, it's like the Loch Ness monster. I don't believe.
No,
the Loch Ness
that's
monster.
there's no Loch Ness monster.
No.
Little doggy on YouTube says he's seen 3 Sasquatch out in a villa in the 70s and 80s when they clear cut the woods around the lake. Said the first one looked exactly like the Harry and the Henderson version.
Yeah.
So when you said Harry and the Hendersons, all right. The funny part about Harry and the Hendersons is I think that there's a lot of soft disclosure comes out of Hollywood since you're into Hollywood. A lot of the movies, a lot of everything comes out really soft disclosure. We're going to slowly kind of introduce this in. We're slowly going to do it. And it started with Harry and the Hendersons.
Mhm.
Because before that, Bigfoot was featured as just a basic, scary primate. It's going to
Right.
come tear you limb from limb.
Yeah.
We got Valkyrie.
away.
Exactly.
Now he's having Snickers and whatnot.
Snickers. I mean, exactly. He's going to have, beef jerky. He's everywhere. You could put Bigfoot on a coffee cup and sell it.
Yeah. I'm
Seriously.
sure they do.
Right.
I sell T-shirts.
Yeah.
So which buy my T-shirts. Merry Christmas. But it's been soft disclosure coming out through some of these movies in Hollywood. How many years and years and years do we build up to the alien thing?
Yeah.
How many movies about aliens and UFOs and what they're doing and how they're coming in? And it always seems to be the same way of killing them.
Well, by the way, I did watch this week Independence Day 2. Don't waste your time on that
No.
shit.
No.
That was horrible, man. It's just terrible. It was shameful to make it. I don't know why they did.
That's how I felt about Alien Romulus. I just watched
Oh,
that.
man, no,
Yep.
stop with that.
refuse.
Stop with that trash.
Jump the
I
shark.
had a
Jump the
straight.
shark.
Oh no, I had a straight argument the other day with somebody about it, and they love it, and I'm like, no, that's trash. I mean, first of all, it's not even a good remake of
No.
Sigourney Weaver's. Second of all, the end just absolutely pissed me. I was like,
Yep.
you cannot one up the xenomorph. It is the perfect movie monster. There's. Why would you do this? Why would you do? Nobody wants that. Nobody asked for that.
Jump the shark.
Yeah, no, I don't like it a bit.
Not only once, but they jumped the shark like 3 times in that movie.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't waste your time. I was
I
highly disappointed.
I was much like the last Star Wars movie was a remake. I was like, man, what is, can we write anything new anymore? Or no? Probably not,
I
huh?
never saw any of the new 3 Star Wars movies.
You didn't miss a damn
No,
thing.
I knew I wouldn't. If it wasn't
No.
the 3 original Star Wars movies, that's the only Star Wars.
2.5
that
of them.
exists to me. Yeah.
Well, there's a movie coming out next year that I was in.
I'm sure it's very good.
It's going to be very good. Actually, it's a remake of Naked Gun.
Oh, that would be
No.
all right. That would be all right. Are you playing
Liam Neeson.
the Leslie
Yep.
Nielsen role? That's
No, Liam Neeson.
Oh, Liam
No
Neeson.
way.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
That's great.
Wow.
Man,
I'll watch that.
I was watching a Liam Neeson movie this week. I don't remember what it was, but man, I realized that dude's like 75, man,
He is.
and still out there kicking ass.
Yeah, he's a great.
I'll
I'm
tell
a
you
fan of his
something else.
movies.
If you go to Tubi right now, it's sad but funny at the same time. Okay, so look, I'm a huge Bruce Willis fan, always have been, and so I've seen most all of his movies. Well, I don't know why on Tubi the other day something pulled up the Bruce Willis movies,
Mhm.
and now he's got dementia to a point. They
Yeah.
say he's not only nonverbal, he's beginning to not recognize people, right?
Right.
But about 5 years ago, he realized the doctors told him it was coming. He knew it was coming. So he came up with this plan and kind of changed the way a lot of people in Hollywood do business, because he said, here's what I'm going to do. I'll be in any movie you want me to be if you can get me in and out in a weekend for $2 million. So $1 million a day, 2 days. You got me to shoot whatever it is in your movie you want shot. And then I go to the next one. And he did that a lot.
Right.
Way more than I thought, because I went to Tubi and I was like, God damn, he must have made $200 million in the past 3 or 4 years, because, man, there's not a half of the movies on Tubi have Bruce Willis in there. And I'm like, damn, man, I can't even watch all of those movies, man.
Yeah.
But go over there and check that out, man. He apparently stacked a
Nice
shit
collection.
ton up.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it was.
It was smart. I mean, look, his family's taken care of, and they can take care of him with no problem.
And he's making sure his legacy is going to carry on, and everybody's
Right.
going to remember him as Bruce Willis, not
Yeah.
as dementia Bruce
Yeah,
Willis.
yeah.
Right. No, you're right about that. I did watch the greatest Christmas movie of all time the other day, and it was just as glorious.
It's always
It's
glorious.
always been Hans Gruber doing
Exactly.
his thing. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, man. It's still a great movie. I don't care, man.
I remember when I saw that in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was great. First time there, because Bruce Willis at the time was famous for moonlighting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, with,
You know,
with
comedic.
Sybil
Yeah.
Shepherd. Yeah.
It was, and it was great. So as a a young teenager, junior high, 8th grade, when this came out, and begged my aunt to take me. She's like, "It's rated R." I was like, "It's okay. My parents aren't going to care."
Yeah.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. No,
And
it's the greatest.
it's- I watch it every year.
Yeah, no, it's the greatest. Yeah, Moonlight. That's where I fell in love with the guy too, because I love anybody who's a class A smartass.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds is
Yep.
real good at smartassery.
Right.
Bruce Willis is great at it. Certain actors just have that snark about them. Now there's certain actors I can't stand right now is Timothy Chalamet. I'm so tired of seeing his face everywhere.
Me too.
He's playing the new Bob Dylan role, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Everybody seems to put this guy up on some pedestal like he's the best looking dude in the world. He looks like a 12-year-old boy, number one.
It's Hollywood.
Number two, I'm like, why are you telling me this guy's everything? He's okay.
He's got a great marketing.
Clearly, he has agents that are just on a god level, because I'm like, this guy is a tool to me, man. He's just a little kid.
Okay, so funny trivia for you on the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber at the end, when
Yeah.
he was holding on to the watch
Yes.
and the let go scene.
Yeah. When Bruce Willis releases the clasp.
The director told him, "Don't worry, we're going to cut, and then we're going to show you dropping."
Right.
Because I can't remember his actor's name. He passed away.
You talking about the actor who played Hans
Yeah.
Gruber? Yeah, that's Alan Rickman.
So Alan Rickman was afraid of heights,
Yeah.
and so they had it set up, and he was rigged up, and they just cut it with him on, so that the look on his face
Is
is
legit.
real. It's
No,
a real
they
look.
legit tricked him and then dropped him. And so, yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly right, man.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Alan Rickman got the glory of playing two of the greatest bad guys in history when he obviously he played Hans Gruber, but then he played Professor Snape, who,
Right.
spoiler alert, was actually a good guy. But throughout the series, he wasn't, right?
Right, I remember. Now, which is your? Is it the first one? Is that
Oh.
your favorite out of the Die Hard series?
Yeah,
Or
the first and fourth.
first and fourth.
Yeah, I think
The,
it's
what? Live Free or Die Hard?
Yeah. Timothy Oliphant,
Okay.
another
Yeah.
Class A smartass.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
him. He's
He's
I
just
like his
phenomenal.
movies as well.
He's so snarky. It's so good. He can just eat up a scene. So his turn, and then I like Justin Long in it too. He's appropriately whiny for the role.
See, mine's 1 and 3.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah. No, that's a great movie too. Yeah,
Right.
you can't go wrong with Sam Jackson in anything. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time, man.
And that was almost like a breakout role for him, though. He didn't have a lot before that, quite a bit.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
true.
was. It really was a big breakout role for him. Now, it wasn't too far after that. I guess Pulp Fiction hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that revitalized John Travolta and probably finished the catapulting of Samuel L. Jackson
Yep.
into the stratosphere. Hey, Matt, would you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Would you mind trading out with Jerad real quick and,
Sure.
and letting Jerad sit in? Would you tell him to come in here and because I want him to be able to get on?
Always
and,
the one kicked out. You notice that? I'm messing with you.
You're just on the end, man. It's just how it works
Hey,
sometimes.
while we're waiting on that, man, some comments on Facebook.
Oh, share those, would you?
Yeah, Ronald Shue said a nice interview with Joe Exotic. I'm guessing he's talking about the interview from yesterday.
Thanks, man. That was such a compelling story. And the more I look into it, the more I'm looking into it. I really genuinely believe, as bombastic, as sensational, as over the top as Joe Exotic can be, and he is, and that's why people fell in love with him. But legitimately, I think he's been railroaded. I mean, you look at, man, it's like I said, I watch the ID channel. I watch all these movies. I see these guys who, kill somebody brutally, hold them hostage, torture them, do all these things, and they end up out of prison in, 12, 15 years, and you got this guy in prison for life.
Right.
I mean, he didn't even make it to the state.
Yeah.
The contract killer didn't even make it to the state where she was. I mean, it wasn't even close to anything. So at best they thought about doing it. And then the tigers that allegedly he, illegally killed, right?
There's a lot of holes in the story, man.
There are.
I've been
and
reading up on it more.
If you go look at that Joe Exotic official website, you look at the documents, look at the videos of people recanting stories, and I mean it's amazing that you can have all of this new evidence and not get anybody to look at it.
Right.
You know, this is Jerad. Everybody, tell them who you are, Jerad.
How y'all doing? My name's Jerad Harrison.
And Jerad, what do you do, buddy?
Oh, well, I'm custodian.
Yeah, and
High
you,
school.
yeah. And are you involved with music locally?
No.
No music.
No.
Okay, I didn't know if
Not
you.
really musically inclined.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So, what school are you at?
Ball knob.
Bald Knob. All right,
Yes.
man. That's how big are you at the high school?
Yes, sir.
How many are in that school? Do you think
Mm.
several hundred?
A few hundred. It's
Okay.
not
Okay.
large.
All right. All
I
right.
think average class is like 80.
Now, do you ever
100.
find yourself just going into rooms and solving equations on the board?
Oh, no. Not Good Will Hunting, for sure.
You said there's 80 in every class?
No. I mean, like a graduating class, probably.
Oh,
I
80 to
graduated with
100, maybe
23.
120.
You
something
graduated 23.
23 in my graduating class.
I think I graduated with 500.
Oh,
that was
my
about mine.
gosh.
Bryant High, baby.
Watson Chapel.
Yeah. Watson Chapel. Yeah, now I don't know how many it was. It was a lot.
Jeez.
I'll say that. It was a lot. Everybody seemed like was going to Bryant then. Now it's got to be way more than that. I don't know. They have 4,000 schools, or the Bryant School District goes
Yeah.
somewhere to about Hot Springs, I think.
Yeah.
It's insane how far that school district goes, man.
I had one graduating class with one.
Right. No, you
Homeschool.
did the GED.
Yeah, I did the GED.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. No, that's funny, though. That is
My
funny.
graduation was an envelope getting mailed off.
Yeah, no, it worked, didn't it?
Hey,
I
man.
barely made mine.
All right, let's do this, guys.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh, brother.
I need to make a jingle for this. Dude.
Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit.
That's not just a jingle. That is the jingle, man.
Wackadoo.
Absolutely the greatest.
No, that is the greatest intro ever made. I can assure you of that. It's I mean, whoever sings it's damn sexy. That's all I know. I'm not even that inclination, but I would get with that dude.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I heard they don't have any end in sight for it being at the top of the
No,
charts, man.
it owns the charts.
Right.
It is the charts. Let's get to these stories now. A 70-year-old woman last month hurled objects from a hotel balcony while naked before spitting on a police officer with mouthwash. This is Margaret Moranch. She was booked into the J. Rubin Long Detention Center Saturday on account of assault on a police officer while resisting arrest. What happened? Well, on November 22nd, they showed up at the Sandbar Hotel there at South Ocean Boulevard. The manager said a woman was standing on the balcony in front of Unit 1322, yelling boisterously and throwing objects while naked. The officer detected a burning odor when he arrived at the front door, noticing through an opening in the blinds that smoke appeared visible. He knocked several times. The officer forced his way inside, where a heavily drunk woman grabbed a bottle of mouthwash, gargled it, and spit on the officer's shirt and pants, according to the report. She had at least 4 other arrests this year between May and November on public disorder and public intox. So, yeah, there you go. It's like the female Morgan Wallen.
Sounds like a retirement home in Florida.
Yeah, it does. It really does, doesn't it? Let's see. Okay, here you go. Florida man with his set of sights on entering a USAA building in Tampa wasn't going to let anything stop him from getting in. Tampa police said 70-year-old Robert Beatty went to the guard gate at the USAA office on Commerce Park before 2:15 Tuesday, demanded to be let in. The guard said, yeah, I don't think so. And then he put on a helmet, drove recklessly through the parking garage, damaged several fences on the property. Then he drove into the actual building. Two people in a marked security SUV tried to block him, but he intentionally reversed and struck their vehicle. When officers arrived, they found him on the 3rd floor of the parking garage, and they went ahead and, took him to jail for a little bit to help him out. and
Florida is quickly becoming like the geriatric wild, wild west.
Oh,
it
man.
really is over there, you know.
Special breed for
Well,
sure.
you know that they have there's that Margaritaville, the retirement
Yes.
center.
Yeah.
They have outrageous STD problems there. I mean, outrageous, man. These folks are swinging, they're banging, they're doing it all, man. They don't give a damn.
Whatever
man.
happened to just going and playing bingo, man? Now they're
They're playing bingo, all right.
I
Yeah,
just want to know what car he drove. I mean, that would be a great
be a
advertisement.
good
for-
advertisement. Yeah,
Built
yeah,
Ford tough.
yeah. No, you're right about that. Here's another Florida guy
Of course.
arrested after his Craigslist post searching for crack was answered by an undercover cop. The suspect, identified as Anthony Mata, wrote in his post, new to the area, looking for ice or crack.
Apparently new to the internet. No one uses Craigslist anymore.
Well, first of all, Craigslist is the bait list of all lists.
Right.
Yeah.
You just assume everybody you talk to is a cop on Craigslist, man. Mata was charged with the purchase of methamphetamine, unlawful use of two-way communication. He was arrested for being a principal to the purchase. Man, I just can't even believe people are on Craigslist at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even know it existed anymore.
Right.
Right?
I thought I got shut down forever ago.
Remember the Craigslist killer?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Have you ever done the Google your birthday and then put Florida in there just to see what
No.
happened on your birthday in Florida?
no, I haven't.
You
What-
haven't?
what-
Oh, because there's always so many news stories about, things that happen in Florida. So they say go to Google and type in Florida and then like your birthday, like mine's April 24th or whatever, and it'll tell you, bring up news articles from there. And
Okay.
it's just interesting, funny things to, see what crazy things happened in Florida
Yeah.
on your birthday.
So recently a piece of art sold for about $6.5 million. It was a banana duct taped to a wall. That's a true story. Here's another one. This is a whole new meaning to draw on a blank. A barren white canvas valued at more than $1.5 million, up for auction in Germany. The 1970 piece by minimalist painter Robert Ryman, titled General 52 by 52, that's the dimensions, will be up for grabs by art enthusiasts at the Ketterer Kunst auction house in Berlin. It's painted a stark white. It's going to get more than $1.5 million. It appears to be blank, but the all-white canvas with a slightly darker white frame was painted using white enamel and enamelac paints typically used to paint metal. The use of these paint types atop a cotton canvas resulted in, quote, a piece so delicate it couldn't travel to be on view ahead of the sale. Look, it's a white canvas. That's what it is. It's a white canvas. I don't care how many shades of white, what color white, what kind of white. It doesn't matter. It's a white canvas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one better.
Okay.
This just sold, and it's over $1 million.
Okay.
A artist certified this invisible art.
Oh, invisible art even.
Oh,
Invisible art. He certified it, and it's sold. It's right there.
Yeah, no, that's much like Bitcoin.
Certified and sold. It's sold.
It's just,
Yeah.
I brought it in. I brought it in today. to
No,
show
I
you
appreciate
guys.
you putting that on
Yeah,
display.
you're welcome.
Everybody's been checking it out
Yeah.
all morning. No,
I
you're
hope
right.
you enjoy that.
I have enjoyed it. I've been looking at it all morning. Yeah,
So
been in my way a couple times.
We've now had a banana that sold for like $6 million.
Yeah. You got a
Now,
white canvas for
a
one
white
and a half.
canvas for 1.5.
And invisible
Apparently
art.
air.
Yeah. They actually, I saw them selling
I'm gonna
air
go
in
get
a
you like a-
can not long ago.
Oh, that's
That
great.
was during COVID. They were selling good air in a can.
We need to find something, man.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
sell
It's
us art.
always the stupid shit.
Maybe
that
like
does
a
it.
gigantic butt plug or something we can just put up.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. That would be great. Yeah. Judge Mathis has been sued for threatening to shoot a municipal worker after a heated exchange. You know Judge Mathis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Richard Acosta, who was working with the LA Department of Water and Power back in July of 23, filed a lawsuit. The suit says he was working on a job outside Judge Mathis' home where the judge attempted to pull his car out of the driveway. As Mathis pulled the car out, he started shouting expletives at Acosta and others, demanding they move the effing truck out of the way. He then exited his car and started standing behind their dump truck where he started making demands. Acosta claimed he told him to move for his safety. They feared the truck would accidentally run over him. Mathis asserted that he didn't give an F and to run over him and see what happens. In other words, F around and find out. At this point, Mathis then told Acosta he had something for him, to which he went in his home and came back with a gun. This is a judge.
Wow.
TV judge, but he said, I'll bust a cap. You want to F with me? The LAPD didn't even investigate the claims, according to Acosta. Should he pursue this lawsuit, will not only vigorously defend the case, will file cross claims against him for illegal conduct and defamation of character. They state they're going after the judge regardless. So they're going to try to get him on that one. I assume it wasn't defamation. He probably did pull out a gun and tell him he'd pop a cap on him. That's crazy, isn't it, man? All right. Hey, we need to do this. So why don't we? If you're looking for a vehicle, how about a late model, low mileage vehicle? Go to Fitz Auto. Listen, if you want a car, a truck, an SUV, a boat, a camper, a side-by-side, they have everything that you want and then some. But don't worry about bad credit. That's what they deal with. They're their own bank. Look, you can check them out online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Find out why we've bought 7 vehicles from Fitz Auto. They're that good. You know what? As a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. All right. If you could live with any famous person, who would you want it to be? That's what a new survey from Zillow Rentals asked Americans which pop culture icons they'd want as a roommate. So this polled about 3,071 U.S. adults. Now, before I name any, what? What is it, man?
He just handed me his phone here. The article reads, Florida man haunts beaches dressed as Grim Reaper.
That's great.
Says governor should require masks statewide.
No, that's
So
awesome.
he's coming back out.
No, that's great.
It's just
No,
He's a
one of those fun
Democrat.
things, you know?
you need those people in the world for sure. If there was any celebrity you'd want to be a roommate with, Jerad, who might it be?
Well, I guess Ryan Reynolds would be hilarious.
That's a good call. That's a good call. Okay, how about you, man?
A celebrity to be a roommate with?
Yeah.
Eliza Dushku.
Okay, that's a good one. How about yourself, Nathan?
That's such a weird question.
Is it?
They're weird.
They're weird.
I don't want to be a celebrity. I just want the influence so I can write a book and get on stage
Yeah.
and speak for the rest of my life.
No, I
Oh,
feel
that's a
you.
good one.
Um, I think a singer. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I think a performer.
I might agree with that. Well, you were actually, Jerad, spot on with number 1. The Deadpool star leads the list with 17% of the vote. Ryan Reynolds was number 1. Somehow, some way, Taylor Swift was number 2.
Oh, God, no.
Zendaya 3, Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles, LeBron James, Caitlin Clark, Travis Kelce, Lionel Messi.
Whoa, slow down.
What? I'm glad to hear it. What are we slowing down about?
Who gave this poll? Who gave this poll? The way this is leaning, I can tell this is a CNN poll.
Oh, you think so? I think it could be. Let's see. Zillow actually did it, but they could be owned by CNN for all I know. I have no idea.
How many people say Caitlin Clark?
Well, she came in third for athletes, followed by Travis Kelce and Lionel Messi.
That's awesome. Caitlin Clark is my hometown, Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a great ball player, man. She's
And
phenomenal.
LeBron?
Yeah.
LeBron was one of the top.
LeBron was number 2.
LeBron was?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to call him LeBron. It aggravates the hell out of my son. He loves LeBron James. I always call him LeBron. Or Lee Bryan. I say, you know, it's Lee Bryan. It's Lee Bryan James. They just call him LeBron.
Mad. I say it's Temu.
Temu instead of Temu?
She says it's Temu. I said Temu.
Temu.
I
That's
guess I'm
great.
on Temu.
I love to
She
say
has to correct me.
I love to say words the wrong way sometimes to drive people crazy. I used to always say penis. People would get so aggravated, like, it's penis, man. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I'd never heard it before.
Speaking about that, John Bailey and the Heathen Revival say not Diddy. They wouldn't want Diddy to be there.
No,
Not Diddy. That's
no,
funny.
that's definitely not the roommate that you want as Diddy. No, especially right now. If he's your roommate now, you're really in trouble, huh?
That's a good one. Robbie on Facebook says if he was alive, he'd have Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be an awesome roommate.
That would be an entertaining roommate
Oh,
for
for
sure.
sure.
He's one of the greats of all time.
If we're gonna go down that route, though, I'd go actually Michael Winslow from Police Academy. Yeah. Oh, all the noises. Oh, come on.
No, he's phenomenal. He is. He was a phenomenal. Have you ever watched? Do you watch a lot of stand up?
Oh yeah.
Have you
I'm
ever
a
seen-
huge stand-up fan.
Have you ever seen a set called Bits and Pieces by Pablo Francisco?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
you talk about voice
Oh
talent.
God, yeah, he's good.
Man, that guy right there, man, I think he's back out now, but he had a lot of problems with some of the demons.
Is that what happened to him? 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember seeing he was on like one of the Comedy Central things.
Yeah.
And he kind of got some up there and then just disappeared.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a problem with the drinking,
I
Yeah.
always
you know.
wondered, like, why, like, it seems like when it comes to celebrities, it's always the stand-up comedians or
Right.
somebody that ends up, or athletes that usually pick up some bad habits and it either kills them or ruins their career or whatever.
Yeah, I would say with
standard, or-
stand-up comedians, I think what a lot of people probably may not know is that most, I'd say 95% of them became funny out of necessity for survival.
Right.
You know, most of them have a lot of darkness in their life,
Mhm.
and so comedy was their survival tool. So they come into the game predisposed to issues to begin with.
Right.
And I can verify that because I've worked with a damn lot of comedians, and all of them, most of all of them. Occasionally, you'll find one who's like, "No, I had a great life, great parents, everything was good." Normally, they're not that funny.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. Normally, it's the people who ate shit on
They need
sandwiches.
trauma.
Yeah,
Right.
it's trauma is the birth of comedy.
Well, and I
you know.
think that just comes from trying to make the best out of a shitty situation of life.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah,
that's what happens. So
that's what makes it fun.
now athletes, I can't speculate. I don't know.
Well, specifically like wrestlers, it seems like they're the ones that.
Oh,
usually-
Well, I
same
mean,
problem. Same
A
problem.
lot of
Yeah.
that was back in the day of, I mean, of course, their schedule. You know, they're,
Oh, yeah,
they're,
yeah,
you know, I don't know if you've seen like the Vince McMahon
Oh, yeah.
documentary at all, but a lot of those wrestlers, you know, back in the day, they're working, 7 days a week for months straight, and they're told, hey, yeah, you can take time off. We can't guarantee your spot will be here when you get back, but you can go ahead and take time off. And
No,
so
everybody was getting on the juice back then.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know today. I think the juice has improved. I think it used to be the juice they did would make you crazy,
Yeah.
and made many people absolutely crazy. I think now there's a lot of things like HGH and all of the stem cell stuff and different things like that have come along that have replaced a lot of the old anabolic steroids and stuff. At least I think so. I don't know. You might know better than I would.
Well, when I was doing MMA, I've never done steroids in my life. I mean, I just live in a gym as much as I can to try and be as big as I am and strong as I am.
Mhm.
At almost 50 years old, I have to work my butt off for this.
Right.
And the people, they say it's cheating. I'm at a stage where it's not cheating because I don't want to do it for competition. I want to do it for health.
Right.
Right.
But there was a time where I wanted to do it for competition, and because I'm training with Tim Sylvia, he got busted in the UFC for after he beat Randy Couture for doing steroids.
Yeah.
I trained with Brock Lesnar up in Iowa. Brock has a massive history in WWE.
Mhm.
That's how big he was. And of
Yeah.
course, nobody talks about The Rock. Nobody talks about that monster. man.
I've
You
talked
see
about
his-
it many
Yeah.
times.
His transformation. Nobody talks about it. But I know at the time, in my mind, I didn't even know how. I wouldn't even know how to get it at the time. When I retired from fighting the first time, I had a gym in Iowa, and this dude walks in, my very first customer. I actually had $1 of his still on my wall because he was my first customer when I opened this fitness center up in Fairfield, Iowa. This dude walks in, pimples all over him, blotchy. He did not care. He was open about steroids. Jack dude. He was talking about he'd go to Walmart and get the syringes and say his grandma has diabetes.
Right,
He didn't
right.
care. I mean, he absolutely didn't care. And then I ended up playing semi-pro football with this guy. He got me on a team, and I did a combine. I was 33 before that even happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I did that so much natural. The only thing that I know now when I talk to guys in the sport, I wish I had enough money because I would get stem cell myself.
Yeah, stem cells
My
big.
arm, this is as far as it'll open, and this is as far as it'll close. I can't close my arm. It got hyperextended by Tim Sylvia.
Yeah.
And then it got hyperflexed by just a white belt crazy student snapped my arm. I have injury in my knee. I blew my knee out just hiking a mountain, and
Yeah.
I wish I can get stem cell
Because it rebuilds the tissue.
Yes,
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
that's the thing that they've discovered. Now, let's go back to what you said because it's true. Look, here's what I know. If I see somebody whose muscles have muscles,
Yeah.
so when you have the shoulder muscle here, and then there's another one on top of that that's coming up, you can bet that's roid. I mean, there's no way it's not. You cannot naturally accomplish that. I mean,
Well, there are a few guys. They are natural.
okay, maybe a
bodybuilders.
few.
There are a few guys. They are blood tested. They are natural bodybuilders or natural athletes. They have a genetic code. The way they eat, what they put in their body. I mean, they
Mhm.
really are natural athletes. The extra stuff. I don't know. Well, have you seen Dave Bautista lately?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy, he's down 50, 60,
Yeah,
70
no,
pounds.
all these guys are trimming
Yeah.
up. John Cena's trimmed up a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And by the way, you know what? I kind of, I discounted him going into acting because he was running the Rock playbook, which is
Yeah.
smart. I mean, that's what. Look, if I watched the Rock do that and I was coming behind him, I'm damn sure going to try to run that playbook.
Absolutely.
So I don't blame him for that. But I kind of discounted him at first because I was like, bro, you'll never be the Rock.
Rock,
Just
yeah.
stop, man. But you know what? To be honest with you, he's funny as hell, man. That dude is funny. He's got a funny face.
That
And-
skit from Ricky Stanicky. Oh
Yeah.
my lord!
That was hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's the
I
great-
went into that movie going, this is going to be stupid. I got nothing else to watch. I loved it.
Yeah,
Ricky Stanicky was a hilarious movie.
Yeah.
If you
it
haven't
was
watched
interesting. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I worked with John Cena down in Atlanta. I got to work with him twice.
Yeah.
The first time
What were you on the Peacemaker set?
I was on a set.
Okay.
It's not out yet. I was on a set with
Hey,
him.
set. Yeah.
I was on a set, but I don't know if you know this, but all movies have a secret title.
Oh no, I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Movies have a secret title to keep
People
the
from knowing.
hordes away.
Okay.
I was downtown Atlanta filming with Don Cheadle and Kevin Hart.
Wow.
I got to film in Fight Night, the new
Yeah.
thing that it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
I was in Fight Night. Well, it was already bad enough because we're right next to the public transportation station
Okay.
downtown Atlanta. Guys coming up, Kevin, Kevin, screaming
Right.
for
I
Kevin
bet.
Hart.
Yeah.
And this dude is drunk. He wants to fight everybody. He's 5'0" He wants to fight everyone.
Of
Homeless
course he
dude.
does.
Look at the. I mean, he's just screaming. The cops are trying to get him off. So there's a secret code. Will Trent had a code for the dog, whatever the dog's name is on Will Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis was Superman.
Okay.
Well, I show up to this TV show. I told my wife, I said, honey, I just got booked on my first Christian TV show. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. It's called Scriptures.
Ah,
Okay, that was the code name.
that was the
for
code
actual-
name,
yeah, okay.
right?
So I'm on set. I'm so excited. I get my sheriff's uniform on, and I hear they're like, Kirby. I'm like, yes. He goes, we're going to feature you, so get yourself ready, get propped up. We're going to bring you on. We're going to feature you first. I'm like, oh, cool. standing there talking to a SWAT guy and an actual sheriff for this town in Georgia.
Okay.
And I see the stunt guy sitting at it, and of course I'm taking notice because that's all I want to do because I can elongate my career
By doing stunts. Right.
stunts without having to kiss and make out. And I won't do
Yeah.
anything with LGBTQ. I will do nothing with that. I'm not going to go against my morals and values. And if I can just fight and kill people, that'll be
Yeah.
the best thing for me. In
Nothing
this
wrong with
career.
that morally, no.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. So they're getting these stunts ready. It's a breakaway bench. I'm like, there's a Christian film with stunts. That never happens. There's nothing cool in
Right.
Christian films. So I get to my mark, and there's a stand-in. I recognize this guy from Superman. I'm like, hey, I worked with you on Superman. Who you were? He was Keith Orange Sweat
Okay.
stand-in because I worked with Nathan Fillion. And
Yeah.
there's a new superhero coming out, by the way.
Oh,
And,
really?
yeah,
I
that's
love
it.
Nathan Fillion,
Yeah,
man.
he was cool.
I bet he
He
was.
he was a trooper. His
He seems like he's real down to earth.
his costume.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! We were dying. We were losing people on Superman. 30 to 40 to 50 actors a day wouldn't come back. They started paying us $400 and $500 a day just to keep us there continuity wise.
What was the problem?
Heat?
Oh,
Holy crap, man! We were dying. And this was in the sand pits of Atlanta.
yeah.
My lips were sunburnt. They were chapped. I mean, we were losing people left and right.
Yeah.
Wow.
The military was worse because we had headgear, we had thigh pistols, we were covered head to toe, we had a
Yeah.
flak jacket on, we had everything. And man, we were carrying 20-pound replicas, 25-pound replicas of HKs. Some were real HKs that were set for blanks.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I completely lost my train of thought. So I filmed with this guy. He was a stand-in. He's a stand-in on this show called Scriptures.
Right.
And I'm like, who are you standing for? He goes, I'm here for John. I'm like, oh, okay. 3-4 minutes go by. I still have not processed what I'm doing here. Christian show, I thought it was. And I said, so you said John. Who's the actor? Who's John? He goes, Cena. John Cena. I'm like, John
Oh.
Cena's in a Christian movie? And he goes, dude, this is Peacemaker. I was an idiot. I was such an
That's
idiot.
great. That's
Such
great.
an idiot. And so here comes John Cena, and here comes James Gunn's wife. She's in the scene, and they walk up. And next thing I know, I hear, Kirby, move to your left. More. Now I'm in the dirt. I can't figure out what's going on. It's because I'm standing here. John Cena is here.
Yeah, right. Right.
I had no idea he wasn't that big.
No, he's probably my height. How tall are you?
6'5".
Are you 6'5"?
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Wow, I
6'5".
didn't even know that,
So
man.
you
I don't.
literally couldn't
Wow.
see John Cena.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to make that joke. I wanted to make that joke so bad. I didn't even see you.
I didn't even.
I didn't say it though.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
he
man.
was so cool. You know, I'll tell you the best part about it. You were asking about, actors, and
Yeah.
I've been around some crazy, some big names,
Right, obviously.
massive names. Zoe Saldana was awesome.
Oh, those. Yeah.
I was telling you about the rap party for Lioness. Everybody's crying. Taylor Sheridan. They're
Yeah.
crying because they spent 78 days together. I was on set
Yeah.
for 4 days.
Wow.
I've met some cool people. I got to work with Glenn Powell for over a month down there.
I like him as an actor. He's really, really good.
He was great. He was
Yeah.
fantastic.
He seems like a pro, you know?
He was professional on everything.
Yeah.
Everything he did. He injured himself on one night we're pulling 13-hour, 14-hour days. And since it's a football movie, we had the Georgia State Stadium down there in Atlanta. And it used to be the old Atlanta Braves Stadium. I didn't know they did that.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Wow.
So it's late at night because we need the night sky. We'd film till 6 a.m. till the sun would come up. And he was doing one of the scenes for this football TV show, and he sprained something. And you see him take a different path, and everybody starts looking, and he starts hopping. He's really limping. They're carrying him off the field.
Wow.
Next day, came back, filmed. Next day, came back, and he filmed.
Wow.
Yeah, he was spot on.
Durable.
He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, about John Cena, he's off. He's in his trailer.
Okay.
He was wearing some weird thing for the show. Very cool. again, he's different when he's on set.
Right.
The way he walks, because of his body's just torn up, the way
Yeah.
he stands. So there's a crowd that's starting to build around town. The word's getting out.
Okay.
And that's why the cops are there. I found out that's why they were really there in town. And so I go over and I start talking to them. They don't know I'm nobody.
Right.
So
Right.
whatever. I go and talk to them. There's a girl with special abilities over there dying to see John Cena. So I'm messing with her and her family. They end up coming over and getting my autograph and coming over and getting pictures taken with me because I'm just messing with them all day. I mean, they're so
Yeah.
cool. I'm having on like, guys, you got to back up. John's going to come out. I'm not doing crowd control, but I'm just farting around between scenes.
Yeah.
I'm
Just having a little fun with it.
And John came out and he signed every single person's autograph.
Oh yeah.
Took pictures with everyone.
Yeah.
There's this 16, 17-year-old girl come flying in with this massive half life-size doll of John Cena, a wrestling
wow.
doll, and ran up to there, got an autograph with him, and he waited while he's got, he's in costume,
Yeah.
he's in character,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he was so cool. He'll go back to his trailer and practice on a keyboard.
Really?
That's how he zones out. In his
Really?
trailer. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that, man. I know that he is the Guinness record holder for the most wishes granted
Oh, yeah.
for Make-A-Wish.
No way.
Yes, he
he's
is,
a
by far and away.
huge-
He is the number one
Mm.
granter of wishes. He does an absurd number
I
of them
think by
every
a
year.
long shot. too.
Yeah, oh no,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's not even close.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a considerable amount.
It's an outrageous number.
Well, he's 100% professional on set. I mean, he's in. Like, he
Yeah.
does his thing. He knows his spot. He works. He's just focused.
Hmm.
Doesn't fart around at all.
All right, so let me throw you a couple things. Have you ever been mistaken for Gronk?
God, yes.
Yeah, I suspected you
Gronkowski
must have.
all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm in Florida. I do motivational speaking. So I'm in Florida at a softball team, and I'm sitting there, and I saw the corner of my eye. One of the coaches walked by and stopped and backed up and looked in the room, and I hear, "Oh my God, Gronkowski!" I start laughing. No, sir, I'm not Gronkowski. Every airport, J.J. Watt, Brock Lesnar, Gronkowski,
I could see Liam Neeson
Dolph
possibly.
Lundgren.
Yeah, I bet. But Gronk, I can definitely see you getting the Gronk one, man.
Gronk is the most one that I get,
Yeah,
especially when I travel.
I bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you put on a ball cap, I bet for sure they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, can I get your autograph, Mr. Gronkowski?"
Yeah,
Do you ever just go with it? Yeah, here you go.
100%.
Yeah,
I was in
yeah.
Shreveport doing a commercial, and I told this guy that walked by that I was John Cena, and his mouth dropped open. He wanted to take a picture so bad, and I was about to go back and film the set, and one of the directors or the ladies that was working the agency, she starts laughing. I said, "What?" She goes, "He just walked off." He goes, "Yes," as he was looking at his phone.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. I don't do it to be mean. Or
No, it's
facetious.
just
I have fun with them.
it's
They
fun,
don't know,
yeah.
so why do I
Right.
have to turn them down?
No, I think it's great. It's hilarious, and it makes their day until
It
they
did.
figure out that it wasn't John
God,
Cena.
yeah.
That's
Hey,
what my
man,
wife
this
said.
guy
My wife
doesn't
said that.
Quite look like. Oh shit! Yeah. All right.
I'm the Timu version.
Yeah, right. It's Timu. Timu, man.
Timu.
Yeah, get it right. Would you? Here, let's do this. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right. So what's going to happen now? We have got a brand new segment we're going to try out today, and his name is XFL Jim. And if you love football, he's a different kind of cat. Trust me, he is. I think he might be the right kind of fit for us. You know, if you like college football, if you like NFL, if you like XFL, XFL Jim is insane, but he may be very entertaining to you. So we're going to launch this, and when we come back here in just a little bit, I guess that everything's going to be set up where I can get body slammed through a table. Is that
ready?
accurate?
I'm ready to collect on the bet, so yeah.
I don't have a choice here. I have to honor the bet, so I'm going to do it. Am I ready? I mean, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not even sure the guy can pick me up, to be honest with you. I'm a little hesitant to believe he can even do that.
He said he eats guys like you for breakfast.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat shit for breakfast?
No.
I just may. Down by the bay.
That's right. All right, everybody, take a look at this and, well, give us some feedback. All right, here we go. This is XFL Jim, baby.
Hello there, folks. XFL Jim here with the weekly roundup for Patrick and the people. You're the people. I'm not Patrick, but I'm XFL Jim. Today we're talking college football rivalry week, giving you my preview for conference championship games, the NFL breakdown, and my 3 picks for this coming week of NFL action. And of course, we have an exciting interview with none other than the Tit Goblin. Let's get rounding up. We begin, of course, by looking at the biggest weekend of college football action. It was rivalry weekend. There's a couple big points I'd like to hit and a few key games that I want to look into. First off, I love the fights. I love the brawls. Teams were planting flags left and right. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It's what makes college football such a fun sport. It's hate. And what makes sports better than just clean, old-fashioned hate? Getting into the games, we had Memphis 34, Tulane 24, knocking Tulane out of the playoffs. They were on pace. They were on track if Boise was to fall. Now the playoff G5 picture all hinges on the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Georgia 44, Georgia Tech 42. Speaking of clean, old-fashioned hate, 8 overtimes is damn near crazy. Georgia Tech, they did it. They tried. They did their best. Haynes King put his body on the line, but I don't understand when you're down this many cornerbacks, this much, like, you're here, you've made it to overtime against your rival who's way better than you, way bigger. Why do you not go for 2 in the first overtime just to try and get it out of the way as soon as possible? Colorado 52, Oklahoma State 0. This is the worst Mike Gundy team I have ever seen from my perch here in the garage. It is something to behold. Colorado laid it on him. Trying to make a case for Travis Hunter, Heisman chances. I think they're pretty good myself. South Carolina 17, Clemson 14, the Palmetto Bowl. Clemson, this game did not matter for their ACC championship berth. They relied solely on someone else for that, and they're still technically alive for the playoffs. For South Carolina, this caps off a fantastic season, but you also have to think what could have been if they didn't get jobbed by LSU or lose close against Alabama. They would be sitting in the playoffs right now. Tennessee 36, Vanderbilt 23. Vanderbilt got out to a quick lead, and then Tennessee stomped them into the fucking dirt. This one basically cements Tennessee into the playoffs here. Michigan 13, Ohio State 10. What? Just what? I seriously think that Jim Harbaugh did irreparable damage to Ryan Day when he called Ohio State soft. Because Ohio State had ways to win this game. Yes, Will Howard threw some bad picks. I don't care. You still have the best receiving group in the entire country. Why do you not try and do something with that? Why do you insist on running the ball when your offensive line has been damaged and dinged up? Why are you not running outside? Why are you not doing screen stuff? I don't understand why Ryan Day insists on trying to beat Michigan the Michigan way when you can beat them in a very fun Ohio State sort of way. Just why? Syracuse 42, Miami at 38. This one shakes up a lot. Miami gets knocked out of the ACC championship game, which, remember, they have never made the ACC championship game. Syracuse, Fran Brown, he gets to shower. Great. This also sets Clemson up. to face SMU in the ACC championship game. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. But this one, Miami was up, and then in the second half, it was just back and forth. Syracuse battles back, trading touchdowns, and then I don't understand why Mario Cristobal insists on being a stupid guy all the time, but he does it again with the. Why do you kick the field goal? You guys are trading touchdowns left and right. Your offense can't be stopped, and you can't stop their offense. Just go for it, okay? I don't know. Whatever. Penn State 44, Maryland 7. Yeah, this is Penn State, Maryland. I just wanted to mention this one because James Franklin and Mike Loxley got into it a little bit after the game. James Franklin was 100% right in his post-game conference when he was talking about, hey, if you want us to stop scoring touchdowns when we're up big, when we have our threes in, do something about it. He's doing his job. He has his threes in, and you need style points now anyway, so I don't want to hear it. Notre Dame 49, USC 35. We now have 2 new records, I think, for Notre Dame's longest interceptions. One at 99 yards and then one at 102 yards, basically within 4 minutes of each other, real time, it felt like. Crazy. This game, it was USC could move the ball. They could. So that's a little bit of a worry for Notre Dame going forward, but they still handled business against this was the best offense on their schedule since what? Louisville, right? Like, come on. Indiana 66, Purdue 0. Exercise your demons. Like, exercise those demons, man. Kurt Signetti just laid the wood out. Fake punts when you're up like 40. The ones in when you're up 50. This was gross. And then Texas 17, Texas A&M 7. Texas defense really good. Texas A&M could do nothing offensively. Their only points coming from a pick 6. And it just goes to show, like, this Texas defense, they can reload. That's powerful. This team comes into the SEC year 1 and is playing in the championship game, swinging their nuts around. That's what these Longhorns are fucking doing, huh? Texas A&M, again, 8-4. I don't know how they do it. It's like 3 coaches now, but it's Texas A&M, 8-4. Every single year, you can book it. It's actually crazy. Now, looking ahead for college football, we have the conference championship games set before us. Here are my picks going forward. So for the Conference USA, these are in chronological order, by the way. Conference USA, Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State is a 4-point favorite. I'm going Western Kentucky here. I think Western Kentucky got the win this week when they played already, not conference championship, but now they're playing again. I think Jacksonville State, their running back is still a little bit hurt. I like Western Kentucky here. Tulane versus Army. Tulane 5.5-point favorite. I gotta favor Tulane. I think they were looking past Memphis. I think they were looking to their conference championship game. Army, of course, has a very good shot here, but I think Tulane squeaks out with the win. Maybe take Army plus the 5.5 though. UNLV versus Boise State rematch for the Mountain West championship game. This one was tough. I favor Boise because they have the best player on the field with Ashton Genty. The guy is insane, and maybe he just goes off. But UNLV, this is going to be a very, very tough matchup, and then the winner of this one will go to the playoffs, I believe. Iowa State, Arizona State for the Big 12. It was finally decided after BYU defeated Houston on Saturday night. I think I got to go Iowa State. They just have some weird magic. First 10-win season. I'm going to say first time winning the Big 12, first playoff, and they're gonna shock the world. This is going to be an Iowa State postseason. Just you watch. In the MAC, Ohio versus Miami of Ohio. I got to go Miami of Ohio. I've watched a lot of Ohio teams through multiple coaches. They make it to the championship game. They fail consistently. Big SEC, Georgia, Texas. Give me Georgia here. I see Georgia in the SEC championship game. I'm going to go Georgia. I see it. That's what I'm going for almost every single time. In the Sun Belt, Marshall versus Louisiana Lafayette. Give me ULL. The West is better than the East this year, I believe. I think Louisiana was one of the bigger surprises of the season. ACC, Clemson, SMU all day. Clemson has lost to almost every good team that they have played this season. I think SMU is a really good team. And then the Big Ten, Penn State, Oregon. It's Penn State. What are we doing? It's Oregon. Oregon's going to win the game. This is Penn State coached by James Franklin. Yeah, we're going Oregon 10 times out of 10 here. Whoa, boy. We got a fun week coming up, don't we? Hello there, folks. XFL Jim here at XFL Jim's Knife Emporium. Your one-stop shop for the best knives around. What am I talking about when I'm talking about knives? Well, we have your tactical knife here. This baby is good in a pinch. Self-defense, chopping down trees, revenge. This knife is a great quality knife for a loved one to buy. It comes in black, chrome, or slate. Those are going to be good ones for you. We also have the wonderful wood style sort of switchblade knife. This is great for throwing, for cutting your own hair. Look at that. It's great, it's sharp, it'll get the job done. Of course, we also have axes, throwing stars, all sorts of knives here at the XFL Gym Knife Emporium. And don't forget the wonderful, beautiful spinny blade. So what you do is you want to take this and just spin it around. You do some really fun stuff with that. Great for party tricks, great for kids, honestly. Just get your loved one a knife, get your kid a knife, get anybody a knife. They work for any occasions, birthdays, funerals, weddings. They're fantastic. Only $18.99 per knife. When you buy one, you get the next one twice the price. I'm XFL Jim. Get you a knife today. And some quick takes from the National Football League for you freaks who actually enjoy that thing out there. It's very corporate and it's not sexy. It's not dingy like I like a dirty whiskey in a dusty glass that hasn't been cleaned. That's how the football I enjoy tastes. The NFL is like a crisp beer out of the fridge that has been chilled to perfection and somehow just doesn't taste as good. I don't know. The Bears fire Matt Eberflus. There. They did it. They did the unthinkable. They fired a coach midseason. He is that damn bad. This makes total sense. The Bears are looking. They have good weapons. I think Caleb Williams has been improving. I am excited to see what they do in the coaching search. The Chiefs keep getting away with it, by the way. That's my next point. The Chiefs keep getting away with it. This Raiders game. And the Raiders were stupid for kicking the field goal when they did. I think they should have gone for it. Would have ended up being the same situation if they didn't get it anyway. But that's neither here nor there. The Chiefs keep getting away with this weird juju magic, and I'm sorry. I cannot stand for it. There's something in the air whenever the Chiefs play. Bengals dead. Bengals killed, dead. Turn them into a rug. I don't care what you do. Just get them off of my screen. You cannot. The way they are wasting Joe Burrow in this offense right now is deplorable. The Eagles equal great. Capital Great. Great. The Eagles are probably like a top 2 team in the NFL right now. I'm just sorry. That's how they're playing. That's how they're playing. And Josh Allen's my MVP. I'm calling it right now. Josh Allen, MVP. The guy does it all. He throws, he catches, he dives, he runs, he scores touchdowns like crazy. Yes. Now, looking forward to Week 14 of the NFL. I'm going to give you a couple 3 things of advice here. I have 3 plays. For you gambling inclined people out there, a couple 3 things here. I'm taking the Packers Lions over 51. That's right, Packers Lions over 51. You know what that means. It's going to be pointsy. The Lions defense banged up. Their offense can score on anyone. Give me that over there. Raiders +7. Feisty team. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're good. They're really, really good. But I love the chutzpah that this Raiders team is playing with right now. And at number 3, give me the Cowboys Bengals over 49. This could get ugly, but I like overs in Bengals games because their offense is electric and their defense can do nothing. So once again, Packers Lions over 51, Raiders +7, and Cowboys Bengals over 49. That's the NFL bit for today. Let's go. It's at this point in the show that I would like to introduce someone. If you're very #GrowUp certified and know what's going on in the world of me and the garage and all that, you know this guest. But if you don't, give us a big round of applause for the Tip Goblin, everybody. Okay, Tick Goblin, or TG, I guess we can call you. I just have a couple questions. The same interview process for every show. Let's just start with an easy one, I guess. What sports do you enjoy watching?
Well, first off, I'd like to say thank you for having me on, XFL Jim. Favorite sport, huh? I have to go with golf.
Okay. What's your favorite storylines going on right now in just the world of sports?
One of my favorite storylines going on right now is Mike Tyson's butt. It's been something I've been following very extensively.
Okay. Do you gamble on sports? I know sports gambling is a big thing going on right now in today's atmosphere. Do you partake?
I do gamble a little bit, though. It's really just on the WNBA.
Okay, two more. I'm a football first guy. Give me your Super Bowl picks.
Super Bowl prediction. I'm going to have to go with the Vikings and the Broncos. Yeah.
And your prediction for the college football national championship.
For the college football playoffs, I'm going to have to go SMU Penn State. Yeah.
Okay, that's the Tick Goblin, everybody. Give a round of applause for TG. I love you guys. Go check out my stuff at XFL Gym, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I stream a lot of the X League games. I got weekly videos coming out. I'm actually doing a video coming up reviewing what cities I think would be great for UFL expansion. So be on the lookout for that coming up. And come on, shout out these guys. Give the video a like. Give it a follow. This was a fun deal. Patrick is a great dude. This channel's great. Fucking love you guys. And we'll see you next time for another weekly roundup. Stay frosty and stay #Garage certified.
Man, that might be the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That must be amazing, because that is insane. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what's happening with that guy, if he dropped acid, shrooms when he did it, but that was unbelievable. So
What?
listen,
The community cable channel thing. Just,
I know, right?
wow.
It is so amazing, man. The guy's been viral several times on online with some of his rants, and so we offered him the segment because he didn't have a segment anywhere, and said, "Well, let's see what you can do, man. Just try it out, And
that was definitely worth everything that you paid for it, man.
Man, everything.
When the entire room goes, what the
yeah, right. So here's what you need to do. Okay, listen, if you're just listening, okay, today, you might just be listening because you're at work or whatever the case may be, you're driving, but go back and watch that because the visual on it is just unbelievable, man. It's amazing. Now, as promised, I'm getting ready to get body slammed through a table. Is that correct?
This is correct. We had made the bet. I said I
did.
think
I
Michigan
lost.
is going to win. They did.
They did. Somehow, some way, it did happen. You're right.
They came close to me getting, because your part of the bet was that if Ohio won, I had to get tortured by
Demanda. Yeah. Well, I was very nonchalant, and when I told my wife, I said, "Look at this guy here. He's trying to swell up on me with Ohio State. Man, are you kidding me? This year with that shit Michigan's doing, they're trash, man."
I know you called them the JV scrub team.
I did.
Yeah.
They were the JV scrub team,
And
then
you guys had your $20 million team.
Yeah, no, we have all the money. We have everything that you're supposed to have at Ohio State to win, and you see what happened, right?
So I do want to know, though, just for my side, what method were you going to have Demanda go with?
Well, I was thinking about using the kendo stick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about having her light you up with the kendo stick a few times. I thought that would be sweet.
Well,
but
I need to get on this.
Yeah,
I want a gut punch.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just want one punch. Somebody lose, bring me in for a gut. We do a burnout.
Oh, you want to do the gut?
Okay.
Me and my fighters, we do a burnout, and I drop every one of them.
All right, so here's what we'll do then. And I should not do this. This is stupid of me, but this is what's going to happen. We have the wheel of pain. I spin the wheel of pain, and whatever I get, I have to do.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll put that on the wheel of pain, so that if it lands on your space, you get to come in and deliver that gut shot to me.
That?
Yeah, I do. I saw it earlier, and I was like, "Geez, man, I would never want to be hit by that guy." And here I am going, "I'll be hit by that guy." Yeah, I'm an idiot.
So with that being said, I'd like to introduce you to Chris Starks, aka Jimmy Buffet.
Jimmy Buffet. I've been hearing about you, man. Here's question one: can you pick my fat ass up?
Probably.
Probably. See, that's inspiring right there. That's very inspiring. Okay.
He was the inaugural heavyweight champion for Vapors Championship.
Oh, really?
He was their first champion.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea on their part, but I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finally got to be a champion and make a champion entrance. But I mean,
Well,
look at me. I'm a big idiot. So
Yeah.
nah, dude, you were well worth it, and we were glad to have the championship on you. Unfortunately, he lost it at the end of last year to Troy Twain in a last man standing match.
Well,
He
it
took
can't
advantage
happen.
of him and ended up handcuffing him to a corner post, and he couldn't answer the count of 10.
No, I can understand. I mean, if you're
They didn't even
handcuffed
have
and stuff.
handcuffs, it was chains. Chains.
Oh, it was the chains that yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
We'll be returning back in March, and he's going to be here representing VCW in the Arkin Brawl.
Which is in January. And if you haven't heard about Arkin Brawl, it's going to be right here at the Legion Scaffold Broadcast Studio Center, where we'll have a ring set up. We've got 4 independent wrestling leagues that are bringing in competitors. And so there'll be 8 matches.
Yes. Yep.
Here's the great thing. It's absolutely free.
Yes.
It's absolutely free. You can come up, see the studio, come to the event. We're going to have, I think, hot dogs cooking. It's going to be awesome,
Well,
man.
and-
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I talked to you, maybe during the matches
Yeah,
or something. We
I-
can get you there to do some comedy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of stuff. Might get up and do a little stand up and have a little bit of fun with folks too. Yeah.
Sounds like
I haven't done it in a while, so it'd be fun to do some.
Right, well,
You know,
we'll
it'd
have that
be a
and-
good time to
Can I
do.
tell you what I look forward to?
What do you look forward
I
to?
never hear you say it, so I don't know if I'm going to upset you by saying
Yeah.
this. You know what I love to listen to you on the radio?
What's that?
Angry Patrick.
Oh yeah, no, it happens every Friday. I'll be getting ready for that tomorrow too.
The rant.
That was my favorite.
No, I mean,
I
this
said,
past,
he's gonna blow a valve.
yeah. No, I've heard that before. Yeah,
I mean, red. You can hear it just.
yeah. Last week was rant 801.
Wow.
This will be 802 this
Seriously,
week.
man, that
very
is-
cool.
It's cool, man. Thank you. I
When did you
appreciate
start
that.
Angry Patrick? Because that's when I knew you. Then.
Man, so I had been on the show as the real critic, more of an anti-movie critic,
Mhm.
and I did that for probably 2 years. Started at Lick, the station we no longer speak of. We used to call it, but Lick 106.3, and I was there with them. They got fired, and when they went to the Edge, they wanted me to come back, with them, and so I did, but after a little bit, I was like, listen, I'm so tired of watching crappy movies because the only ones that are fun to rant about are the terrible ones,
Yeah.
and so most of the time, nobody wants to go watch a shit movie with you. They're like, no, I don't want to go watch that, so I'm by myself. And I was like, man, I'm tired of going to these movies, man. Can I just talk about whatever I want? And he said, well, yeah, what are you going to call yourself? And so I changed it to Patrick the Angry Reviewer. But when websites came into vogue, I was like, nobody's going to type that shit. So I said, let me just go Angry Patrick. And when I shortened it and started ranting about pop culture, that's when it took off.
Yeah.
That's when my stand-up started. That's when I was
yep.
syndicated all over the country.
Yeah.
It was crazy, how that happened from one character that started as a kind of a call-in, and then I'd show up every Friday, and then, that led to me co-hosting and, filling in, and then boom, I was half of the show then for
Right.
13, 14 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a great character.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
it was one of my favorite to listen to.
Well, yeah, every Friday it still happens. You can go back and watch rants from the past. Now, we're getting ready to do this body slam, but first, a couple things. Number one is, look, maybe you need a roof. Okay, you're thinking about getting a roof. I want you to go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. It's a family business. They've been here a long time in Arkansas. They've got offices in, I know, Hot Springs and Little Rock and Conway. So no matter where you are, they can help you out. Here's what they can do. Even if let's say you had someone come out and your roof replacement was turned down, these guys specialize in getting it approved. Not only that, you get a 10-year warranty that's transferable That's the number one question everybody ever asks when they buy a house. How old is the roof? I swear to God, 99% of the time, that's the first question out of everyone's mouth. It's that important. So having that transferable warranty makes a difference. Go to titanroofing.com. And if you need heat and air, you want to talk to my good friends at Cabot Mechanical HVAC, David Lindsay. He's the service manager. He's phenomenal, man. You're going to love working with the guy. He's people just like us. He's down to earth, and he's not going to rip you off. And that's what you're looking for in a heat and air guy, because a lot of them take your head off. I had a guy that told me I need to replace the whole unit. It was really about $9,000. I got a second opinion. David came out. It was $187 later. I said, you are my heat and air guy until I die, bro. Check them out, cabotmechanical.com, or give them a call, 502-2720. All right. And check those guys out. Now, it is time. I've procrastinated. I have run segments. I have done everything I possibly could to avoid this.
Number and,
Yeah. That's a new phone. Who dis?
No habla.
Yeah, that's right. But so now we're going to have to do it. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to change this. Rich, you're going to continue to kind of narrate what's going on for everyone while I'm doing this, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So let me change over this camera angle. Let's see if we can now. Hold on. I always mess this up, but I'm going to try not to. Look at that.
Oh, look.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Okay. And well.
That is a beautiful table, man.
Okay, let's see how this is going to work here. Does this zoom back? Hold on one second. Let me just see if this will zoom back. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
hey.
That way we can get a real nice wide shot of me getting my ass slammed through a table. All right, Rich, you got the comm here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we do it, can we get a Michael Bay lens flare? You know,
What is it you want?
a Michael Bay lens flare.
Oh, yeah, just a real quick light flare. Yeah, no, I don't have that built in. Here, I have this.
Bullshit.
It's my show. We do it my way. All right, let's make this happen. Come on. Jesus, I'm an idiot.
This is great.
Oh, this is gonna be
I
awesome.
wasn't ready for this.
Hang on, just before we do it, though, real quick.
What?
Are you ready?
Oh, God, here we go.
Patrick is down. 1, 2. Wait.
Go for the pin. Go. Rolls him up.
1, 2, 3.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, you took like a champ, man.
The shoe. What I did, I came out of my damn shoe.
Oh, out your shoes. He wasn't sure he'd be able to pick him up.
Oh, my God. No, here. Jesus. Now, that's man. Wow, I just went through a table, people. Hold on. Let me set this back again.
You got instant replay for that?
Man, it will be instant replay. In this way, man.
Do a slow mo.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Yeah, no, shut up, man. Was that the payoff you wanted right there, bro?
Oh, that was
Ooh, man.
that was almost better than Michigan winning the game.
Of all the stuff that I've never been slammed through a table.
Yeah.
Did that hurt?
What do you think?
Dude, it looks like that freaking hurt.
What do you think?
I think it hurt.
Yeah, no, my back is radiating up and down. I may not walk today. I don't know yet.
Jimmy says if you need a drink of his,
Get the hell out of here with your coconut, man. What are you talking? Get that crap out of here, man.
If it's any consolation, I feel fine.
No, and apparently you could lift me up. We did see that.
Yeah. Are you doubting that anymore?
You're doing pictures up in here, man. After I get my ass beat, you're trying to get a picture of me smiling. That's probably the worst fake smile you've ever seen in your life right there, man. Jesus, my back hurts, man.
Oh, I bet it did. Oh, you hit. Like, I was.
Man, that's insane.
Great
man.
job, Buffet.
Thank you.
Bobby Buffet.
But at least, I did feel some, as I'm laying there in pain after hitting the floor at the table and then the floor. Then he comes over and pounces on me. But at least I hear Nathan go, Well, you took it like a champ. I was like, well, at least there's something for me, you know.
Look, man, you got Glenn from The Walking Dead, and you got you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm that guy, baby. I am that guy. I am that guy. Well,
Are you ever gonna place another bet with me again?
Yeah, absolutely,
All
man.
right,
You got
good.
lucky on this one. But I pay up my bets.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
You know,
Thank
I
you. You are a
pay-
man of your word.
I
Good
am.
job, brother.
I paid up on the bet, and I'll probably pay for the rest of the day, maybe the month, maybe I won't walk again. I'm not sure that my L7 didn't come out on the floor. It's very possible. And of all days for Dr. Marla, the physical therapist,
Right,
to not be here, I have to have my back broken for entertainment purposes and not have my physical therapist here.
Well, if you enjoyed that, you can. See
Well,
him in
who would
action.
enjoy that?
I mean,
honestly,
I'm sure a
Oh,
lot
you
of
mean
people
the
enjoyed
audience
seeing
enjoyed
you.
it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I thought
yeah.
you meant if I enjoyed it. I was like, man, are you crazy?
I think actually 99.99% of the world enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Only Patrick is the one who did.
Yeah, it's probably me and
That's gonna be your
and one
viral
random
TikTok
fan who's
video.
like, why would you hurt Patrick?
I would say your wife was probably upset, but
No,
She was
she
probably
would
cheering
enjoy
for
that immensely. She
She
would
was the
cheer
one
for
that
that.
wanted to do it originally.
That's couples therapy.
Yeah, no, that definitely is. I promise you, she'll probably be watching that on a loop today. Hold on, I'm watching something. What are you watching, babe? Don't worry about it. Yeah,
I
that's
just want to see how many times that clip. We're gonna have to download that clip and
no,
post
that
it to see
clip's
how
gonna
many
go.
times.
I promise you, we're gonna that'll be cut and put into a TikTok today.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you
for
can
sure.
bet on that one coming out on media today for sure. That's a top notch moment right there. The day Patrick's spine was finish him.
all right, I'll tell you what. I got a suggestion for your next bet there.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
that?
Patrick loses. Me and Patrick in an exploding barbed wire death match.
That sounds fantastic. Me and you in a match.
Death match.
Okay.
An exploding,
An
barbed
exploding
wire.
barbed wire death match.
That's where the ring is surrounded by barbed
You know,
wire.
I might take a chance for the ratings.
Oh, dude, it'll totally be worth it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got to die sometime. So, I got a 50-50 shot, right?
Yeah, and if you don't want to do exploding barbed wire, we could always do a piranha death match.
Yeah, I like the hand taped together with a hand grenade.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, that's
You don't
always a
see
good
that
one.
anymore, though. It's all that regulation.
Well,
The federal government
now that
ruins
Trump's
everything.
in, though, they're deregulating things. So I hope you can wrestle with hand grenades again soon.
Oh, the comments
Oh,
are going
that's gonna be
crazy.
fun.
What are they?
Oh yeah.
What are
Yeah.
these fools saying? Hold on.
Facebook, Robbie Murray says that was great. Dakota says, holy shit. Keith Daniels says that was awesome. So Dakota says we need to get you actually in the ring to take a suplex during the Arkin Brawl.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to see. Now you want me to be even higher up if I fall down. No, that's
I'll do
good.
that.
Maybe we can, hey, Carrie, can we make some like scaffolding or something? Have a scaffolding match? Oh,
Didn't
Yeah.
forgetting to be New Jack.
Ray Ivy's going to be there, man.
You know,
We're
man,
going to have to do that.
you just need to keep it up, man, and I might get in the ring. Just keep
That's a
flapping
challenge.
over there, man.
Are we gonna have?
You know, it was fun to bet, but if you want to keep going, we can go, man.
Look, man, I'll put pen to paper right now. We have one of the
Hey,
owners.
wait,
of
I,
Vapor
I,
Sport.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of the heat, son.
We can
Don't
make
think
this
I am.
official.
Are we gonna do it?
What? Make the match official? Hey, if y'all want to, we'll throw it in an
You
Arkin
got
Brawl.
something? You got something you want me to sign?
We'll take care of the contracts after the
Okay,
show.
we'll take care of the
All right,
contract.
we'll get
There
the
you go.
contract
Put
done.
that, ink
We'll get
that
it
match.
inked. Yep.
Ink that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're not going to walk around on
We'll-
swole all the time thinking, oh, no, I slammed him.
We'll
Oh, I got something for you.
so we'll
Sad
make
thing
that.
is, it's not swole. I'm just fat.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
are we going? Because I was looking
we'll
at
help
the
you drop
comments
some
here. Hang on.
pounds.
So are we
We'll help
going?
you drop a few.
Are we going 1-on-1?
1-on-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get Teddy Long? Can he say it? I want Teddy Long to say it.
I mean, we'll see. We can have your people talk to my people. and
Yeah,
we'll
you
see.
do that. You from now on, you talk to my people.
Well, I think the Tasmanian Devil might have to come out over time.
Man, I'd love to see that, man.
Oh, there you
Now,
go.
There you go. That would be something
Well,
to
he
see
could be.
that.
He could be your manager, man.
Now, I do need a trainer.
Right.
Okay, all right, that I could do.
See, now I bet you
We
can
got
help
a
me
few
train.
weeks.
Yeah.
We can get some little video.
Yeah. You
Training
help me
camp.
with a little training here and there?
Yes.
Can do like the
yes.
Rocky
Okay,
Balboa thing.
now
Now
see.
we're good.
Now. Yeah, I was already a weapon. Now I'm going to be real dangerous.
Let me talk to the powers that be of Vapors, my co-owners, and we'll see if we can get the contract made up and y'all can
Yeah.
ink it
Well,
live on air.
you play around with your ink and all that and get it done. I'm just going to whoop ass.
Okay.
It's
That's
gonna be a
just-
blood orgy.
I don't know what you're talking about with orgies. That's not the kind of party that I'm going with, son. So you.
it is.
My wife said I can't go.
Yeah, right. No, that party. That's not the one.
Orgy.
Tammy says, "That's my boy."
Yeah. Who's Tammy?
My mom.
Oh, your mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Miss Tammy. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, whichever that you're doing. And I want to apologize to you because I'm going to beat the hell out of your son. Bad.
You say that like she didn't.
No, she knows. She knows what I'm. She sees this look. Same look she had. Look at it. Same one she had. Yeah.
It's spot on 100%.
I know it is. I know it is. I can see it in your eyes, boy.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this.
No, you probably shouldn't
This will definitely go down as one of the greatest days in my life.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I listened to you on the radio for so long, and now I've, gotten to see you get body slammed through a table.
And that's a real happy time for you, isn't it?
It was definitely
Real
on the
happy
bucket
time.
list of items. Like
Real happy times.
it was good, man. It was fun. I enjoyed that. I always enjoy, of course, Michigan beating Ohio State. But the
Let's
fact
not
that
talk
you had
about
to
that.
suffer on top of it,
I'm done with all this conversation.
greatest win ever.
Celebrate it now. The celebration's short-lived. We need to do this. Let's do this, okay?
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some money. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny.
No, it's not. If you do laugh, you're probably going to hell, I'll be honest with you. Here we go. So we talked a little bit about this earlier, but the at-large suspect who gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside a Midtown hotel may have left a message on the bullets he used to kill him Wednesday morning, according to police sources. The NYPD is investigating the possible message, which appears to include the words deny, depose, and defend engraved on live rounds and shell casings left behind by the assassin after he shot him several times at about 6:46 a.m. before he fled. The words are very similar to a 2010 book condemning the insurance business in which Thompson is one of the most powerful leaders. So this is definitely a hit of some kind, but delay, deny, defend, two of the three words seemingly left, is subtitled, Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About it. So maybe, he's one of those John Q guys. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? No?
That's a distraction.
I think you're exactly right. You got to it so quickly, but you're right. No, that's a sell. The engraving, look, as you pointed out, the guy was catching shell casings as they're coming out.
Yeah.
If he left something, he left it on purpose with reason, and all of that is a razzmatazz. It's a decoy. It's a red herring, whatever you want to call it, because somebody wanted this guy smoked.
Kaiser Sose.
Yeah, it's more or less. That's what it is, isn't it? More or less. Yeah, he got smoked out. Man, that's crazy, bro. That is a crazy thing. Broad daylight, too. I mean, how bold is this guy? He hung out all day. People saw him.
Yeah.
Sitting there in the hoodie. Now, I don't know if they actually could identify him, if he had a face covering. I know he had a face covering when he did it, but I don't know if he had all day or not. So we'll probably learn more. This is another one we talked briefly about earlier, but the search for the grandmother believed to have fallen into a sinkhole continued. Pennsylvania authorities encountered unstable portions of the abandoned mine. Now, Elizabeth Pollard, she's 64. She was looking for her lost cat, Pepper, when she disappeared. You see, cats are, in fact, demons. And this one ushered her right to hell. It knew what was going on. It let her out. There's little Elizabeth, little Beth Pollard. She's, 64 years old, looking for Pepper. And Pepper led her right to the hole. So, yeah, stand right here. Say, meow. Yeah. Marguerite, a sparsely populated village, is vulnerable to sinkholes due to past mining activity. Authorities believe that she fell into the former mine, which was last operated in 1952. Here's a question. Why the hell did they build houses over an abandoned mine? That's a start right there.
Yeah.
I mean, who allowed that to happen? Did they know? Was it their land? And they just took their own chance? Because I'm thinking if that was the city.
Where was this at?
This is in Pennsylvania, man.
That sounds like this is a foreign country.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds crazy enough to be a foreign country. Authorities were hoping she was still alive, but because temperatures dropped to freezing and it's been like 2 days, they're pretty sure at this point that she is.
Like you said, man, that cat led her straight to the
Yeah.
door.
Well,
That-
yeah, of course.
That cat's down there going, we all float down here.
That's right. That's exactly right. Speaking of other countries, a controversial red card in a soccer match. And you know what? There's no sport where you see people go nuts like soccer. I mean, they pull out knives, they stab each other, they kick each other down the bleachers. They don't give a damn. A controversial red card in a soccer match ignited violence in Southeast Guinea. According to the government, 56 people were killed in the chaos. The disputed red card was delivered in the match's 82nd minute and was followed by the throwing of stones, police fire, and tear gas. What came next was a massive Russian scramble where one witness saw people fall to the ground and girls and kids get trampled, scrambled over high walls to escape. People were trying to get out. 56 people.
Over soccer.
Soccer.
That sounds just like a regular soccer game.
No, it really does,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Especially Little League. Good Lord.
Yeah, a lot of people die at the Little League Soccer. I'll
All-
come
all
watch
the
it if
time,
they do.
all the
I'm-
time.
No, you know what? I didn't know that.
Here goes little Jimmy. Oh, little
Yeah.
Jimmy's mom
It's
just
not
got
little
killed.
Jimmy. It's little Jimmy's mom.
Yeah.
And little Jimmy's mom, she'll just run up there, deck the coach right in the face for no reason.
You know, I'm telling you, man, parents, with some of the sports parents get real intense out there, don't
That
they?
is true.
Especially my mom. She almost threw hands with my vice principal once.
Yeah.
His mom says you actually know her. Like you guys have been friends for years.
Whose mom?
His
My mom.
Your mom.
That's your kid.
Hold on. What's her name?
Tammy Strickland.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know Tammy. Oh my, I didn't realize.
You know
Oh
her.
my God. Of course I know you. Yeah.
Yes, you know how
Oh,
she is.
now I'm going to whip your ass real bad. Yeah, Tammy, I'm real sorry. I'm real sorry about that. No, I'm whipping his ass real bad. Yeah, I'm shocked and gobsmacked that it's you. And yes, no, you have one coming for sure now. Yeah, no, now I won't go easy. No, we're training, Nathan.
Okay.
We're training for real, bro. This is on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, Tammy. You know, Tammy used to babysit our kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
friends
No.
with- yeah,
I
like, you know
really,
each other
I know
well.
Tammy well, and so now you're going to need a babysitter because you're going to timeout and then some, baby. All right. You know what? My back hurts. And I think that we're going to wrap up so I can get some ibuprofen in me because I got to do some real estate today. Big thanks to Chris coming out and doing that, Chris Strickland. Thank you, man. You are
Thank you.
awesome.
I'll tell you what, though. I
Yeah.
do have a big supply of ibuprofen in the car, so I'll gladly get you some.
I don't want your ibuprofen,
That's
Chris.
the good stuff, though.
No.
It's Equate.
No. Rich, thank you as always,
As always, brother.
for the torture today. And huge thanks to Nathan Kirby coming in and sharing some time with us. He's so busy, so we're so thankful that you were able to get in here, man.
I'm thankful to be here. Blessed. Thank you so much. I
Hey,
appreciate it.
if folks wanted to see more about what you're doing, where do they go see you at?
Man, I do a lot of stupid stuff on Facebook with my wife.
Okay,
And,
so
just
so just
stupid
look up
videos.
Nathan Kirby on
Yeah,
Facebook.
And
That's
Coach
simple.
Kirby on Instagram.
Okay, Coach Kirby on Instagram, Nathan Kirby on Facebook. Get you some because the guy's real and he's fun and he's interesting and his life is a charmed one and you want to be part of that. And as always, I want to say at the end, we could not be more thankful. Our numbers continue to grow. Things continue to expand. I'm happy to say that we're on the cusp of putting something together with the Rev Room and Stickies to start working with them and the bands that are coming in,
So cool.
having some of those guys in here. And so we're super stoked about that. Of course, tomorrow the Looney Bin will be bringing their headlining comedian in here. They're going to have a great time. We're thankful for them. But
Hold on, I want to say something real
yeah,
fast.
man.
I avoided a question you said about
Okay.
when you said, "What is it like getting punched in the face? How do you keep coming back from it?"
Yeah.
That's what you're doing right now. You're an inspiration, just so you know, because you can get kicked down, knocked out, fired, not wanted, not valued, and feel that. And you said, "F you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself." You grabbed your own bat and you knocked out a home run.
Man.
That's what you're doing right now
Man,
on
I
your own.
appreciate you,
Yeah.
man. Thank
For
you,
real,
bro.
for real, man.
You, dude. I
You
love
feel
it.
like a champ, man.
I do appreciate that, but I wish I could take that credit. I can only credit the team around me.
Mhm.
You know, it's so far from just being me.
Yeah.
I'm as blessed as I can possibly
Sure.
be to
Yeah.
even sit here and to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So, and first and foremost, I'm thankful to the folks that always, as you always do, listen and support us in everything we do. We could not be more thankful. Be sure to go to patrickandthepeople.com, share us with somebody, tell somebody about us. Just help us keep growing and spread the word. All right. And we'll see you next time, baby.